All right, guys, we are back, ready for some D&D, and we have our wonderful 4 a.m. crowd who managed to get up and caffeinate in time to make this happen. So, yeah, this
Woo!
is going to be
All
exciting.
hype, baby. All hype.
Yep, this is all hype. No caffeination.
All hype.
Yeah.
You
All
Yeah.
hype.
speak for yourself. I am very caffeinated, sir. Okay, rage fuel right there.
Nice.
So,
Oh no.
what we're gonna start with. Hi, Maddie. Thank you for the rainbow poo.
Hi, Maddie.
Daddy.
What we're gonna do real quick is we're gonna just do a little setting the scene. So, you guys are in the city of Iladin, the capital city of a large nation, and it's situated on the peninsula. And essentially, the city is made of it's a large, um, like wheel, kind of like Paris, where it's built on spokes, right? So all the roads come out from where the central castle is and go out to all the different districts, and it is. I mean, it is an ancient city. It is a very old town, with some changes. But the actual city itself is so vast that it stretches from one shore of the peninsula to the other. And so the far eastern district, which is mostly the religious district and clerical, and where you find the large uh, temples, is actually hanging over the cliffs on one side of the peninsula, and on the other side is the wharf, the primary mercantile district that actually butts right up against a large dock and wharf area. You folks have been gallivanting for a little bit, and have been called together for a quest of some kind, and you've been told you've got some lodging set up in a fairly decent hotel in the Wharf District called the Fickle Pig, and you've spent some time kind of getting to know the city, doing whatever it is you think your character would be doing, and now you've been called together for the evening to meet with someone about some potential job prospects. So, if you would like, please introduce yourself and your characters, and if you would like a brief description of what's going on. We will start with Sean.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Sean, aka at No Tweet Sean, and tonight I'll be playing Syad. Syad is a ranger barbarian. He is a fire ganassi. He's kind of a wild man. Background of being kind of a tracker assassin type.
Assassin Barbarian. Got it.
Yeah, I love
All right.
it.
Jordan.
Hi, I'm at D&D Jordan Lee, and tonight I will be playing Kasara, a changeling druid circle of dreams. She's just, she hung out with Syad and with Duval as well. So, she's just exploring. She's making currently a new flower crown for Mr. Brohammet himself. It's going to be sunflowers. Nice sunny disposition that he carries. So she's just kind of maybe walking absent-mindedly behind them, wherever we're heading.
All right. Beleg.
So I'm at Belegmoradin on Twitter and Twitch. I am playing Alden. He is a halfling. He's dressed in bright colors. He's got like a bright blue with red trim robes on. He's got a book hanging at his side, and he's a wizard. And he is followed by 3 individuals dressed in robes, always with him. Yeah.
They all three of them kind of tower over him, looking kind of menacingly at pretty much anybody who looks at him.
Pretty much.
You guys have seen this wandering the town with him. They don't look friendly.
Oh,
And
boy.
Uldrig, Lucha.
I'm the Lucha Bear. You can find me on Twitter and Twitch with that handle, and I'm playing Uldrig, Emberhelm, Dwarven Fighter. A little bit older, a little bit scarred up in the face. Yeah.
All right, and Duval.
Yes. Good morning. My name is Duval King Jacob on the Twitters and the Instagram, or you can just call me Jacob. I will be playing the Paladin of the Platinum Dragon Brohamit, Raybroth Kimbatul, and he's fairly tall, gold dragonborn, kind of this tendrils, if you will, kind of tied back, almost like into like some kind of like faux hawk, full plate armor, big ass great axe to his back, and he's wearing on top of that two what appear to be dead flower circlets, because he doesn't know how to take care of flowers, and now they're all dead. And he's based off his previous experiences, they are just around his forehead.
All right.
You know, you can take those off. You don't actually have to wear like the flower corpses. That's why I'm making you a new one.
I didn't want to insult, so I
No, it's okay.
So, you guys have gathered for an evening's meal. You're waiting for a potential benefactor who had offered you guys a job. And you guys just kind of gather food. The dinner is paid for, so you guys can drink and make merry to your heart's content if you would like. And so you guys are kind of just enjoying the atmosphere of the Fickle Pig. There's a good band playing. It's a pretty it's a fairly rowdy bar, but in a good way. People seem to be having a good time. There's a lot of people dancing. There's actually a decent sized dance floor here too. So lots of merrymaking, and the streets outside are still pretty busy. The Mercantile District is one of the parts that definitely of this city where people just don't typically end up sleeping very much. It runs all hours of the night, unlike probably the other 75% of the town. So what would you guys be talking about or doing during this time?
Are we aware of the name of the party that's supposed to be giving us our job?
You are. It is James Wolfgar. His name. He is a probably you assume a fairly well-to-do merchant, given how much he's offering. But yeah, you don't recognize the name as being any specific family or anything.
So I think Alden would be drinking and like running around, having fun. He's really lighthearted. He loves people and he loves being around people. But the whole time his followers just stay with him and just are hovering over him. You don't see them drink. They're not eating. They're not merrymaking. They're not talking to anybody. They just stay close and make sure he's safe.
All right. Anybody else?
Red Breath will find whatever table that Casaris probably sitting at or hanging out at, or wherever that would be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's been a while, and I feel like I owe you a bit of an apology. I haven't really done a great job of taking care of this. I think that, if I'm being honest, I kind of panicked a bit based off of our last interaction. I just assumed that more would just appear, and so I just didn't. Next time we saw each other, I just didn't want you to think that I threw them away or anything like that.
No. Oh, you're totally fine. She's got this very relaxed look on her face. No, I appreciate it, but you don't have to wear the corpses around you. Here's a new.
Oh, okay.
They're not supposed to last too long, but
Okay. So, like, would you recommend like a reapplication every 2 days, 3 days?
I mean, they'll last a little bit. I've added a little bit of extra druid magic in here. So they should last like 3-4 days before they start to kind of go a little bit. So, more reason for you to
I don't
come
know. I
see
like
me.
them the way they are.
So, so like just have like it as an addition, like almost like a contrast. Like I don't really.
We can, and she's she's like, may I? And she's like slowly starting to take the old ones off.
Okay.
Oh, I'll take those.
You'll
Yeah,
take
they're-
those? Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like think like very like crown of thorns.
Yeah. Just like very gently taking it off. And she's like, see, and here's a new one. It's got sunflowers. And if you see it's kind of weaved in between that are the colors of Bahamut as well.
Okay.
Kind of see, I thought, it might make you and your Bahamut very proud.
Yeah. Speaking of that, have you run into the Chad lately?
No, I haven't. I've heard their adventures are quite amazing, but I have not run into him recently.
Chad.
The Chad.
Sayad is going to be. He came in the door a little earlier with a lot of fish on a string. He went night fishing, I guess. Came around the corner, like set them all on a table, and just starts like just in the middle of this place, just starts gutting fish, and he like kind of stokes the fire some, gets a spit ready, just like getting ready to like cook all these fish up.
And you guys have been staying there long enough that the owner just kind of scowls at you, but he doesn't try to stop you or suggest that you go somewhere else to do this, because he's already had that encounter once and he's not going to do it again.
Fair.
It's hard to believe, but you're getting weirder.
Me?
No, Syed, as always,
Fair.
continues to up the ante.
He like is gutting this fish, looks over at you and goes like doesn't say anything. He just keeps gutting
It's
the
just
fish.
so it doesn't have to be that gross. It's so gross.
Focus on the flowers, dear. Focus
right.
on the flowers.
We're back.
As
Remember?
he sees it like affecting
Breathing
you, he's like,
exercises.
Yes.
We've
been working on meditation.
Yes.
the more he sees it affect you, he goes,
Nope.
Breathe in. Hold for 2. Yes. There you go. See?
Another crown will help.
Oh, you want another one?
Yeah. Because we only had one, because 2 dead ones, 1 live one.
Yep.
Okay.
Usually, okay.
Oh, okay.
The floral scent just invigorates you.
Yeah, the floral scents and the little hints of lavender, and otherwise
you,
to kind
brings
of
you
relax.
calm.
Do your worst fish Janasi man.
So she'll pull out some like parchment and quill and kind of start sketching the next flower crown for the lovely Bahamut.
All right. And Lucha, what is Uldrig doing?
Uldrig is enjoying the food and the drinks, and I would say he sits a little bit in the back and keeps an eye out for anything maybe weird happening.
The somewhat grumpy dwarf in the back, just kind of enjoying his drink and then eyeing everybody, assuming everybody's potential trouble. Okay. So, you guys spend a little while, and you notice a little bit of commotion outside, which is fairly common. There's usually a couple of tussles during the evening around here, but nothing serious. But your contact doesn't seem to arrive. You're not sure what, but it seems like he's been delayed. It's been about half an hour. You wait a little bit longer. Over a little over an hour, and I need what do we have as far as passive perception?
12.
Straight 10.
14.
14.
13.
Okay, so then Syad, Kisara, and Uldrig, you guys hear something beyond the typical commotion. You actually start to hear yelling and like actual high pitched screaming. Somebody actually sounds like somebody's either upset or hurt. And then it's more than one person. It's quite a few. It seems to be something is building up outside. So, what would you like to
Someone's
do?
making a kill.
What?
Should
Spray
probably-
outside.
Are you talking about the fishes? No, outside.
I'm also reading your captions, and it's just amazing. It does not like this voice.
Spray outside.
What's
we should-
going on outside?
We should probably go out and check.
Pull my
I'm in.
sleeves up.
I'm forgetting my drink.
All right.
Bring your drink. You're one of those people that go.
Taking the party bar outside.
What's going on out here? Going over at the neighbors. Let me go see.
Definitely going to have a conversation about priorities.
So, when you get outside, you guys immediately notice that just about like everybody in the street is stopped and staring directly up or is scattering. And when you look up, you see a number of bright, fiery like lights moving through the sky.
Well, that doesn't look good.
Into the danger.
So you guys head out into the street then, and it's you notice there are a lot like the largest of the fiery balls in the sky seems to be traveling away from you, but there are a number of smaller ones that are heading generally in your direction. Some of them seem to be as you're watching and tracking them. Let me actually get some perception checks to see how well you guys are at the gauging the fall of astral bodies.
22.
19.
Not great. That's a 10.
10.
The sunflowers and stuff are just getting in your eyes a little
Yeah,
bit.
they're kind of they're bigger than usual. They're kind of like all.
Duval's
Yeah.
like having like breathing. He closes his eyes. He's not even looking. He's just,
I have a seventh sense for these things.
I can see into the great beyond.
anybody else over 15?
22.
You three. Okay. For Beleg and Sayed, you do realize that there are at least 3 of these things that are gonna hit the city. You don't know if there's smaller debris or what's gonna happen with that stuff, but you know at least 3 large rocks of some kind are falling from the sky and are going to smash into parts of the city.
Good boy.
Can we tell
Kisara,
where?
you guys do not. You're not able to track it well enough to figure out exactly where. But Kisara, you are. You know that one is probably going to land fairly close to you, probably a little bit to the west a little bit further to the west, towards the central part of the city, and the other 2 are going to land probably somewhere south of you, and one of them is going to probably land near the city center.
We need to move. And she's just gonna, and the like casual like disposition she had before is like, oh no, we need to move now. One's coming this way. We gotta go. Hello.
Oh,
Let's go.
Sayad looks to you and goes, "Where?"
Anywhere but here. And I'll point off like in the like towards the right, like away from a lot of where pieces are falling.
He
You're
just
like-
starts sprinting.
Sprinting away.
You doing the get out run.
wherever the druid pointed him. It's like,
Okay,
that way?
so
All
she
right.
Yeah.
actually points towards like the actual the docks section of town. You clearly, even without knowing exactly where it's going to land, you're like, that's the water. that's not where the rock's going. But you head that direction.
Can I use my primeval awareness over the next minute?
Yes. What does that give you exactly?
So what it does is, over the minute, I can detect whether any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead are present within 1 mile of me.
damn.
Okay. Along
figure out what's going on.
along with your general perception check, you don't really notice anything at the moment, other than a couple of blips that you're like, oh, interesting. Like maybe some of the people in this town aren't exactly normal, but you probably kind of knew that already, and you just kind of. But there's kind of a subset of people that you're like, yeah, okay, you're gonna have some weirdos in a town this big, but you do get a pretty heavy sense right behind you, and it's hovering over the halfling. 3 of them.
3 of what?
Do-do-do. Come on, boys.
You look at the halfling, and behind it, the 3 bodyguards. You get a very strong undead sense.
Ah, okay.
Nice.
Boy.
As for anything else right now, you're not catching much. However, the rock itself is giving off a weird, not from this realm aura. You can't really pin it down. It's not. It kind of pings as something odd, but you're not entirely sure what.
Okay. So yeah, while he's running, I guess I was running toward the water, right?
Yes.
Okay, while he's running toward the water, yeah, he just kind of he goes into somewhat of like a trance, and everything kind of slows down for him for a second, and his eyes, his like orangish eyes, like light up white for a second, and he just like looks around, goes, "Oh, that's interesting," then looks up at the rock, and is like, "Yep, it's definitely the rocks." And then he just keeps going until he reaches the water, and then he just kind of stands there and waits.
Well, so the city, this part of the city is still quite large. You are you actually pass over like or like a river that kind of runs through that divides a portion of the wharf district, and you cross over the river, and you do notice a lot of small debris starts actually like pelting at you. So smaller rocks must have broken off from this thing, and they do appear to be like big enough that they could hurt somebody, but you don't quite make it to all the way across the wharf district because it's a couple of miles to get to the water. But you are relatively comfortable with the city itself to know that you're heading towards the boats. But as you cross the river, I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Everyone within 10 feet of me gets add 3.
I would assume the 4 of you guys who didn't run, or the 3 of you guys who didn't run, are all close enough.
All right, cool.
23.
That's a dirty 20 for me.
Okay.
22.
That's 9.
Oh no.
Even with the aura? Oh no.
No.
And Lucha, how did
Undead
Aldrich
people
do?
save him.
How did Aldrich do, Lucha?
13.
13? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So, Syad, Kisara, Duval all managed to protect themselves from the coming volley. As for Beleg and Uldrig, they did not reach the cover of the safety.
Oh no. Flower power, let's go.
Okay.
My followers got a natural 20 by the way.
Oh, they did.
Nice.
Given,
Please they
given
did.
that they got a natural 20, I'll let you choose. Since their job would be naturally to protect you, they can shield you and take the damage, or they can dodge.
Oh, they are definitely going to shield me.
Okay, then you take no damage. Your things take 16 points of bludgeoning damage, and Aldrich, you take 8. So you were able to at least protect your vitals. So you can divide that up amongst all 3 of them if you'd like, since they kind of work as a combined body shield.
Okay.
I gotta get me some of those protector peoples.
I mean, the flower crown worked really well for you. Just saying.
You're right. Yeah, I shouldn't be selfish. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Plus, I don't know much about religion, but somehow I don't think Brohamet would really like a lot of dead people around you.
Oh, they're dead?
I don't know. They look weird.
You can
Sorry.
Don't know that.
Yeah, I know. I realized that after I said it. I was like, oh no. I don't know that. My bad.
Wave it off.
they've been,
I think what you guys see is them just dog pile on top of me to cover me as these things are falling on.
Sure.
Yeah,
And-
apologies. Sorry.
That's all right. And as you look around, you do notice a lot of other people were not able to get undercover in time, and so there are a lot of people with small cuts. A few people look to be unconscious, being that they got hit pretty hard. But there's still a lot of debris falling around you. But you also now can hear the sound of this fiery ball. You actually can feel a little bit of the heat off of it as it approaches the city and is moving quite quickly towards a section of the district just to the west of where you are, or just to the east. I'm sorry, just to the east of where you are.
Should we stop and help these people, or do we need to go keep going?
I'm a little torn.
I'm gonna say Syad has spent some time with Robroth and has kind of picked up a little bit on his goody goodness.
Goody
And so
goodness.
he's gonna be like, and like nervously look around and then like try to like put stuff on top of people or like push people into buildings.
What are you doing?
Make like attempts to like
Like,
possibly help people, but maybe he's also hurting them.
Shoot, and then chuck them.
Yeah.
Chuck them
Throw them in the
window.
water. Like,
Are you just giving me more people to help to have to heal? I don't understand what's happening.
it's not safe here.
Thank you, my favorite enemy, snacks. Thank you, Antari. I appreciate that. Sorry, I'm just reading chat, and that was a good one. Okay, so you managed to, let's make you make a couple of, let's make a strength check. You can use your athletics, and see. Yeah, you're going to use your athletics and attempt to rage help as much as possible.
I'm helping you.
I'm here to save you.
Come with me if you want to live.
Like, I want
21 strength check.
Cool. So nobody gets too hurt, but you just start grabbing. You actually grab like 3 people and just toss them inside the nearest building, politely enough that they all kind of like stumble in and nobody gets hurt. And you just keep yelling to people to get inside, and people are starting to follow your directive mostly because they don't want you to force them to. What about everybody else?
Are any of the unconscious people starting to bleed out?
It's hard to tell from this distance. You can get closer to a couple of them and just check them.
Yep, I'm heading that way. Yep.
Yeah, I will help assist.
Okay, so as you guys are going from person to person, a couple of them look gravely wounded. So there's at least 2 that you're pretty sure they need immediate attention. There's a few others that look like either they like got hit hard like somewhere non-vital and just passed out, or something of that nature, because they don't have severe enough wounds to be worried about them dying at the moment, but they are unconscious.
The ones on the brink, I'll pump some lay on hands. Just like ones and twos.
Yeah. So 1 point each is enough to close any wounds and prevent them from bleeding out.
Muhammad be with me. Muhammad be with me.
They don't actually regain consciousness at this point, just because they're gravely wounded. But you're positive that you definitely saved a life, and then you're comfortable enough that you assume you could probably move them after putting some magical healing in them. They probably won't be further hurt by getting them out of the street.
Yeah, like I'm kind of like running and laying on hands. It was like, get them over there, and then kind of like just like kind of doing traffic jam ridiculousness.
Okay.
How much should I take out of my lay on hands pool?
If you're going through and just kind of hitting everybody that you see that's unconscious, I would say 6 or 8 points. It's up to you on that front.
All right.
And then some of the bystanders that are hurt but not unconscious start grabbing people and pulling them into to buildings and outcroppings and such. As this is going on, you guys kind of lose sight of the what's going on above you with all the chaos, and I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw.
+3.
Oh yeah.
9.
Ooh.
9.
10.
19.
Starting off great, guys. Starting off great.
Actually, dirty 20.
Okay.
That time I got a 23.
Yeah.
My followers got a natural 1.
Oh.
Hey! The dice giveth, the dice taketh away.
Hey.
Okay. So who is under 13? Just Jordan? Okay. Jordan.
Yeah.
Okay, Jordan. So Kisara and Uldrig, and the 3 bodyguards. The earth below all of you just shakes as you realize the rock is impacted very close, and has caused a localized earthquake. The 2 of you fall prone, unable to keep your balance, and your 3 bodyguards also fall down with a little bit of clinking and a little bit of and 2 of them, because of the one, 2 of them, the masks fly off in as they fall, and so it's pretty clear that there's some decaying bony flesh below those masks. I think the only person who wouldn't notice is Kisara, because she is currently also falling down.
I feel weird.
But Syad and Duval would immediately notice that. Those guys are definitely dead.
Seriously need some moisturizer.
We're going to need to talk about that later. And I'll reach out and grab Kisari to help her out.
Okay.
Thank you. I
Let's
felt
go.
the earth move.
And not in a good dancing way.
No.
I will go ahead and help out Uldrick.
Okay, everybody is back on their feet.
Come on, old man.
The undead guys are remasked and better. No, it doesn't. There does seem to be a little bit of shifting in the buildings around, but nothing seems to come down. But you do hear some crashing going on again in the distance, as whatever got hit and the things closest to where the impact was, dominoes start to fall. This is one of those old cities, and everything is kind of packed together very tightly. You imagine that there will probably be kind of another wave as the buildings start to hit one another as they fall. So you don't know how widespread the damage will be yet. What would you like to do?
Do we get a sense of like the source of this ridiculousness?
Of the impact, the source of the impact.
Yeah.
With, I mean, like you feel it as you're like as it kind of ripples away and towards the docks. So it's coming from closer to the center of the city. And those of you who look up to check and see like what the sky looks like, you still see the giant burning. The largest burning ball that's like kind of falling off into the south of you, but the other two that you were tracking, Jordan, one you can still see and is still incoming, so there's probably another impact coming shortly, and the other one seems to have also landed south of you. So there's a lot of
Happy fun
debris.
times all around.
Yep.
We just can't have an ordinary adventure at all. First, pigs and goblins and all this crazy shit.
Alden doesn't even notice like anything that's going on. He's busy like, oh, what did you guys fall down? Oh, cleaning off their robes and putting their masks back on. He's all like, oh, I hope you're okay. Oh, please.
Well done.
Reassembling your friends.
Pretty much.
Oh, my Legos!
Oh, and Duval, you won a set of tabletop loot dice.
Yeah.
Yay!
Sorry.
Because always more. Always more dice.
Always more.
Yes.
Always more.
We were just talking about it.
I know. It's perfect.
I was doing the random giveaway. I was like, really? Okay.
I mean,
We just had this conversation.
Fuck yeah.
Also, Mate Sensei, welcome to the Thread Raider family.
Yes.
yay, welcome. And don't forget that you can donate to affect this game. There's a full list of things that you can do to help or hinder this group, including summoning as many mimics as you choose.
Please give me some mimics to kill.
Yeah, there's some options. Where did that go? Oh well, I'm gonna say my list isn't up. I don't think. Or is it under?
I see the Dungeon Master list for you.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Bob Ross Flayer idea.
Yay! Well, that was a summons from the last event.
Nice.
Yeah. So
happy painting indeed.
All right. So yeah, you guys definitely can tell like it's a little bit further into the district, into the older section. The closer into the center you get, the older the town is. It's in the older section of the mercantile district that this most likely landed. And it's not far because the impact couldn't have been very long ago.
Am I about to feel the earth move again?
The second one you imagine is probably going to land not too like a little bit further away from you, probably a couple miles from here, but still close enough that you're going to feel the impact.
We should hurry then.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at Kasara and be like,
So,
Should we go somewhere else?
Yes.
Okay.
Where to?
Seeing the trajectory of where the falling balls of fire are coming, can we run in the opposite direction?
You can.
My brain is not completely functioning, so I'm having a little bit of difficulty remembering things right now.
So that's fine. You know that you can head towards the wharf, the actual the where the ships dock. That would get you pretty far away.
Let's do it. To the ships.
Yeah. However, you do hear also there's a lot it sounds like there's a lot of destruction and potential havoc. People are screaming and running, and you do also see flames erupting from the direction of the impact.
Oh no.
It's too many people to help.
Yeah.
Are we suffering from some overwhelmed apathy?
Mm-hmm.
We can do the most good if we save ourselves, and then we can use that. Then we can go help people after it's died down a little bit.
This doesn't feel right.
I don't think that logic checks out in any capacity.
Yeah, so if you're the healer, right? So if you die, you can't help anybody. So we need to keep you safe, right? So we go hide, and then once they've exploded, we can help the people that are still alive.
The biggest of frowns.
While they're talking, Syad, how long does your sight last?
Oh, I want to say it's just like a moment. Let's see. Yeah, it's just like an action. It's just like
one action. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a quick look.
Okay.
Why?
I was just curious.
No reason.
All right.
So they continue chatting. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I just had a question.
I stand there, kind of like poking at the buddies of Alden. I'm like, this one's meaty.
So you see, by that logic, we need to make sure you're safe. The only way you can help somebody is by keeping you two, our two healers, safe. Yes, and we need to go.
These guys are getting too complacent. Somebody donate so that I can hit them with something.
I'm putting flowers. Kasara's putting flowers in her ears, and she's like, "Fine, let's go."
Where are you going? Kasara?
I'm in the boats. I don't like it.
Going to the boats. Let's go.
Into the boat.
It's fine. We'll pray about this later.
We'll pray about this later. Love
it. Okay.
A very frowned dragon, a very frowny dragon, angry dragonborn begins to make way.
As you're escaping for your lives, you do see more people have fallen. Some of the less sturdy structures, as you get closer to the wharf district, have collapsed, and you're fairly certain there's probably people trapped inside. You guys, there's a lot of very clear devastation. And
why you gotta make us feel worse? Why you gotta do it?
And as you're running, I need you guys to make another dexterity saving throw. This time at disadvantage, please.
No, I don't need disadvantage because I rolled a natural one.
I rolled 2 1s. How does that happen?
What? Seriously?
2 1s.
See,
that's what happens when you run away.
Yeah, right, exactly. I was just about to say that. Like, we should have run. The dice gods are angry now.
The
Two
DM shall
ones,
punish
what?
me.
Oh my god.
That's amazing.
They know. They know.
Can you expedite that dice that I just won? I need them right now.
I have like 4 in these colors, so if you want to sell, let me know.
So what do we got? What's our totals here? We got 1 and 1.
Don't forget to
And
add 3.
I got a 12 and my followers got a 14.
okay.
13.
13. Aldrig?
13.
13. Okay. So as you guys are running, you feel the second impact. This one much stronger than the previous. And it happens just as you guys are reaching the bridge over the river. And so that would be Beleg, you got the 14 or your other guys did?
My other guys did.
And you got a 13?
I got a 12.
You got a 12. Okay. The undead bodyguards move just slowly enough that they're not quite on the bridge, but the rest of you feel a crack as the ground shakes, and the bridge itself must have been under some stress from the first impact and literally cracks.
Oh, shit.
All good.
Duval and Kisara, you lose your balance and you begin to fall headfirst into the river. The rest of you manage to just barely grab the edge as the bridge itself just falls to pieces underneath you. So that means Syad, Beleg, and Uldrig are currently hanging on by their fingertips, just barely able to prevent falling in.
Team Rocket blasting off again.
I'm going to cast Misty Step
Okay,
and reappear next to my guys.
that was easy enough.
Are you guys okay?
Okay.
How
And
far
Duval-
down is the water?
It's about a 35-40 foot drop.
Oh boy.
Duval, what are you wearing currently?
Plate.
Oh, you gonna Jamie
Yeah.
Lannister this and like sing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drunk.
As we're falling into the water, I will. I'm gonna use a second level spell slot and cast aid on both of us,
Okay.
and that will give us 5 extra hit points.
Why can't I fly? This is no.
I was like, oh, I'll change into a flying creature. It's like, oh, nope, you're not that level yet. Okay.
But of course, in the meantime, after I cast the spell, I
I will turn into a goldfish.
We're basically gods, right?
We're basically gods.
Because I can't fly, so at least I thought of that first, but I will turn into a goldfish to try and make myself as small as possible.
Kisara just like is falling. Ah, bloop. Little like plop in the water as you just land. You're fine. Though the water isn't a serious enough impact to your goldfishy form.
Me, however.
Again, you land in water, and it's not a far enough drop for the water to be painful for you. But I need you to make a athletics check to determine whether, at disadvantage, to determine whether or not you can find your way to the edge. No.
Well, maybe that's a 10.
Don't push me, cause I'm too.
To the edge.
Unfortunately, a 10 is not enough.
No.
You get pulled by the current and get pulled down into the river. Well, unfortunately, it's not. It's moving quick, but with plate armor, it's not quick enough to pull you downstream very much.
Okay.
But it pulls you straight down.
How deep is the water?
I'm swimming after him in my little goldfish.
it's It's fairly deep. This is actually where this river lets out into the ocean. Is at the end of the peninsula here, but it is the largest river on the continent. So you basically just fell into the Nile.
Great.
Oh no.
Okay. I'm gonna blow another wild shape. So the little goldfish is swimming frantically after him, and then all of a sudden it's and I'm a reef shark.
Nice.
So I'm gonna go swimming after him and try and help. Like,
You can find him fairly easily. Make a strength check to see if the reef shark can pick up that.
strength check.
Yeah, it can be athletics or strength,
Okay.
whatever.
19.
Okay, yeah. So Duval, you see, or hold on, Raybroth, right? It's Ray.
Yeah, Raybroth.
Raybroth. You just see a shark like out of
Wearing
nowhere,
wearing a flower crown.
flower crowns, just come at you, jaws open, and
Yeah,
tin cans
like-
you, but you're like, but and grabs you just enough.
Ah!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, do me a favor. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Great.
Him.
Okay.
Con save. That would be a 17.
17. Okay. You scream, but then you remember just in time that I don't have any oxygen.
I'm sonic.
So you lose about half your air.
Okay.
So you still have probably like 10 or 15 seconds before
I'm
you
quickly swimming us up to the surface.
Yep. And you swim him back up, and you guys, and there are along the side. So this has kind of been built up. The city kind of built up a wall around the river to try to keep it from flooding over. And you find where the handrails are to get up over the flood rail. And you guys, and Duval, you breathe a giant gasp as this shark just like, again, barely kissing your armor, but just with you just now have like small dents going all the way down your plate armor in the shape of shark bite. But it didn't actually penetrate. And it swims you right up to the handrail, and you can grab a hold of that and get up.
So during this time, I want to I dig out of my pack and I pull out my rope, and I'm handing it to my my followers, and I'm saying, "Hold this, don't let go." And I'm trying to toss it to the two that are hanging on.
Okay.
To see if we can get them out.
All right. So you toss it down to Syad and Uldrig, and it's pretty easy to pull them back up. Just Syad and Uldrig, do me a favor and make some athletics checks to climb. And is either of you wearing armor currently?
Yeah.
What kind?
Actually.
Studded leather.
Okay, you're fine.
12.
Don't go for my dice. I see you.
Okay, you're good. And Syad, what'd you get?
21.
Okay, yeah, you
They're
guys,
ogling the dice.
you guys can easily climb up, no problem.
I do not like water in the least. Or most. I don't even know how to word.
As you're climbing up, yeah, you look down and this shark just like evaporates and turns into the form of Kisara.
I'm gonna do the Little Mermaid when she like swims up and goes, "Wah!" Yeah.
So in the melee down in the water, do I still have my flower crowns?
I would hope so.
Make a dexterity check. See if you saved your flower.
Okay.
Dexterity saving throw.
I'm a fan. All right, cool. The dice are with me. That's a 22 for 5.
Oh.
You are frantically holding on to your flower crowns as you climb to the top. You get to the top and you're.
All is well.
All is well.
All is well.
Hey man, you didn't die. Way to go. Have fun.
Bam.
Brohamit be praised.
Prohabit be
Muhammad be
praised.
praised.
I thought I was gonna have to bring you back.
Well said!
Duval is your friend for life now, or death, technically. Belig, with that, I need you. I need you to make a perception check.
It is an 8.
An 8.
Oof.
Great.
That's fine. It's all good.
Eights are great.
It's great.
Everything's fine. They want the camera.
Entering fugue state.
Entering fugue state.
They're literally just eyeing my dice right now.
Well,
So,
So, quick description. So, like, Syad looks like cooling magma. He's like basically blackish rock with like little veins of like fiery glow coming from him. But his hair is fire. And so when he was looking at the water, he's just like, you said you didn't like water. He looks at you. He goes, "Yeah, this is with my hair."
ooh, okay. So, as you are watching all of this happen, Belig, you are unaware of things behind you, but your followers start to seem a little bit agitated for a second, before you feel something pass through you. You take 9 points of force damage. And literally coming out of your tiny halfling chest is this smoke creature that just like pushes through your body, and in so doing, you feel this cold. And it's somewhat familiar for you, but you're like, it doesn't matter how many times it happens, you do not like.
No, I do not like.
Yeah, you're fairly familiar with these creatures. You've studied them before.
No.
These are wraiths.
Yeah.
Oh no!
So.
I heard a horse. Where did that come from?
I was very confused for a moment where that came from.
that's awesome.
Is that the noise he makes when it stabs him?
It doesn't stab. As Syad and Uldrig, as you guys climb your way to the top and you look over, you see Belig kind of going, "Yeah, it's good that you guys." And there's just this like head and shoulders of this black skeletal smoke creature with a metal crown on its head as it erupts through his chest and out in between you guys. So we're gonna go ahead and roll some initiative.
Please, let's fucking go. Oh, sorry.
No, come on.
Let's do
That's
it.
fantastic.
Ooh, I did terrible. That's great.
Dirty 20 for Kasara.
8.
Oh, you fixing your flower crown. You try and make it all
I'm
nice.
trying to
Flip it up. The sunflowers are really sad.
Yeah, they're all droopy.
It's crooked. No. To the left. Right.
Okay. Anybody 20 and over?
I got dirty 20.
Syad, what'd you get?
21.
21.
Hey.
Rolled an 18.
Okay. And then Kasara. Okay. 15 to 20.
I got a 15.
15.
You want me? Is my zombies gonna go on?
You can move them as part of your turn.
Okay.
They can be on your initiative. And it's Aldrin, right?
Alden.
Aldin. Okay.
Done.
I can't read my own handwriting right now. It's too early. 10 to 15. Nope. 5 to 10.
No.
Not 5 to 10.
Yep.
Okay.
I have 8.
You have 8. Okay. So Aldrig is. What did you get, Duval?
4.
What's your
4.
What's your dex?
Not great because I'm
Okay.
a slow ass paladin.
Got it.
Yeah, -1.
Oh no.
Got it. Okay.
You got the
Healers
healer
have the
initiative.
best dexterity.
You're always
Okay,
ready.
fantastic. So, as this wraith erupts from his chest, Syad, since you're going first, you take in the scene a little bit because you're kind of you don't like undead, and you kind of go,
I hunt them all the time.
yeah, this is definitely something. So you kind of take a look around. The wraiths typically don't come alone. And you looking around, you do actually see not far behind you. It looks like there's a city guard who's currently getting the life drained from his body by another wraith. So there's at least one more in your vicinity that you're aware of.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna help my friend first. Do his undead people look okay?
Look healthy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, do they look like they're being bad or no?
You are unsure. They have
Unsure.
not. They have not actively attacked any persons. They've
They
only
being
protected
naughty.
Beleg.
They're not being naughty yet. Okay.
And they helped save.
All right, cool. They did. That's true.
Yep.
All right. He immediately he's just gonna like pop his neck, be like, oh yeah, just pull his spears out. He's just like invigorated, and he runs up and like tries to come behind and attack this wraith.
Okay. What kind of spear is this? Just a spear.
These are just regular spears. I don't
Sure.
have any magic weapons.
Okay.
All right, so he's gonna attack twice. That is gonna be get this. Okay, so that is an 11 and a 17.
11 misses, 17 hits.
Alrighty. So we're gonna roll. That's gonna be 11 damage, and then he's going to make his extra attack. And that's going to be definitely a hit. That's 17 on the die.
Okay.
And a 15.
15 total.
Yes.
Okay. So from both attacks or from just the second attack?
15 is the other attack.
Okay.
He's making 2 attacks twice.
Okay. 15 to hit. Is that what you're saying?
15 hit, yes.
Oh, hits.
All right, cool. And then that's going to be another 14
Okay.
piercing damage. And that's going to be his turn. He's very much into multiple weapons.
No.
Okay. It doesn't seem to be doing as much damage as you would have hoped.
It's all right, he's used to it.
Okay. That brings us to Kisara. You are probably like 50, 60 feet down the river path, but on the same side, so you can make your way towards the rest of the group. I think you're muted.
Or something.
Hi? Nope, no sound.
No sound.
Nope.
You're not muted on here.
You say, did you bump the button on your mic?
Your cat did it.
Where's the cat?
It's always the cat.
Well, I have one spell.
I'm ready.
It's got to be something with your mic because your captioning's not working either.
Last word was best dexterity. Strange.
I would go into settings and see what's up. See if there's anything going on in your settings. I don't know.
It may have switched mic sources or something like that.
Yeah.
No telling, no telling. Can't have a stream without technical difficulties.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially at 5:13 a.m.
Thanks
Thanks for joining us, everybody, by the way.
2:13 a.m.
Oh, well, excuse me, princess.
Excuse me. 4:13 a.m.
Okay, there was some noise, but
They're working now.
yeah,
Yay!
we've got Jordan back. Hooray!
Literally, I just unplugged and like replugged it in. I
Yeah,
didn't do
something probably bumped it, and it just your computer stopped recognizing it was there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yep, your cat did it.
Not yet. It's the
No.
cat. It's always the cat's fault. You don't have to take blame for
Usually yes, but this time I actually don't. I didn't bump anything because I don't know what happened.
anything. So it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I would like to grab Rob Roth's hand and start to make our way. Can I dash? I'm gonna just use full turn to kind of get to where we need to be.
Yes. Are you dragging him along with you?
Yeah,
Then you'd move at half speed.
that's fine.
So you dash, you get your normal distance.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, that's what I'm doing.
Oh!
We're coming.
You probably have about another 30 feet before you are like right up next to them, but you are 30 feet away. Rob Roth, you can. You're probably close enough that you could do a ranged attack if you needed to. So
Okay.
keep that in mind for turns.
Got it.
Full future use.
Alden, that hurt. What do you like to do next?
So I have one spell that. So what I'm gonna do is
No.
I'm
No,
going to cast
that
Burning
was the
Hands.
worst cut.
We lost your connection. Go
It
ahead.
was like, what I'm gonna do it, and I was like,
I'm gonna cast Burning Hands.
Hey.
oh yeah.
Hey.
So
Go
I
for
want
it.
to angle it so I don't hit any of my friends, and get as many of these things as I can.
You can only reach one right now. You're only aware of the one because it came through you and is now standing directly in front of you.
Okay.
But you're shooting fire essentially just like out over the river, so none of your friends will be in range.
Okay. So make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Ooh. That will be a 17.
Okay, they save, so they take half damage. So they take 7 points of fire damage.
Doesn't seem as effective as you had hoped.
Now my buddies are gonna swing at him.
Okay.
Do it.
Still gonna hit you.
Swing.
Swing, bada, bada, bada.
So first one got a 13. Second one got a dirty 20, and the third one got an 8.
Say those again. Total numbers.
13, 20, and 8.
13 and 20 both hit.
Okay. So one takes 7 points, and one hit 8 points.
And what kind of damage is it?
Bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning.
Bonky bonk damage. Apparently that's Funky Bob damage.
Yeah.
I do love the captions sometimes of what they come up with.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
That brings us to Aldrin.
Yes.
This
Or
rave
Aldrig.
is
Sorry.
right between me and Syed.
It goes, you, then Belig, and then Syed on the side right by the river, and then it's standing kind of hovering over the river, but it's within it's within 5 feet. You guys are kind of standing right next to each other, and it is just hovering right over the cliff edge.
So I can hit it.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Then I want to hit it with my great axe.
Okay.
What do I have to roll?
D20.
Yeah. And what do I add?
You should have it should
On
be
your player sheet, it should say which, like
Strength.
if it's a D6 or a D4. Or...
well. So roll a D20, add your strength plus your proficiency.
14.
14 hits, and then you're using the warhammer.
Great axe.
Great axe. Okay, then roll a
Plus
D12. +1. It's a +1 great axe.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Ooh.
Nice.
We're weapon twins.
Twinsies.
And I want to do an extra attack.
What was your damage on that dice?
7.
7 plus, and that's with your strength modifier added.
Yeah.
Okay. That it did not like.
I didn't like that.
Okay, and go ahead, extra attack. Yeah, you're fighter, right? So yeah, you get 2 attacks.
Yeah. Another 14.
Hits.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Get him.
Ooh, kill him.
Ooh.
9.
Ooh, boy.
Aldrich putting in work.
That's 9.
9.
Mm.
Okay.
9.
It also does not look happy about that. That brings us to the Wraith's turn. It's going to reach out to Alden.
Oh.
Oh no.
We should be
Tasty
friends.
life force.
That is a 21 to hit.
That definitely hits.
No.
armor.
No.
Oh no.
So we all in unison went, ooh.
I don't like it.
That is 25 points of necrotic damage.
Oh boy.
Kia.
And you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
I like it. I like it.
That is a 15.
Okay. Okay, then you are okay. You feel
I'm not
this,
okay.
Okay.
well, you feel the life drain from you as this thing pulls part of, like, tries to pull on your soul itself, but you feel like you are able to, like, hold on to you're used to this kind of magic, and you're able to hold on to the essence of your soul without losing anything.
Okay.
And so you immediately know this could have gone way worse. So this was an okay hit compared to what you were worried about. That and you. So do you? Where are you at hit point wise right now?
On a scale of 1 to 44, I'm a 10.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Oh boy.
Fine.
I was just mean, like, are you bloodied? That's what I'm looking for.
Yep.
Very bloodied.
Yeah.
And you guys also notice another wraith approaching.
A third? Oh,
Well, no. So Syed, the one that you saw sucking the soul out of the other guy, it looks like it's finished. And as you're kind of like preparing yourself for what's going on, and you're like, okay, this is it, this is my fight. The soul, it kind of erupts out of the other guy and starts following the other one.
Now we got 3.
Super. He kind of says to himself, he goes, "Oh yeah, I forgot they do that."
You're like, oh crap. They multiply.
Oh no.
Great.
And let's see where
I believe we are at Rob.
we're Raybroth, it's your turn.
All right.
Raybroth.
So I'm gonna squeeze.
We have a
Kisara's-
donation, real quick. We have a
Oh,
donation.
sure.
Donation.
Mountain Girl 80 donated $15 for a random magic item for Beleg's character.
A random magic item for Beleg's character. Okay.
Good choice.
Thank you.
Give the wizard more magic. It's always a good idea.
Woo! Thanks for the donation.
Thank you so much for the donation.
You rock.
Hold on, I don't have my DM guide. I'm gonna pull up my DM guide so I can get the random magic.
Yeah, no worries. I'm
Okay.
quite
Okay.
enjoying.
I will definitely take
Staff of the Magi.
Staff of Magi.
Right? Oh yeah.
Bill, Dak got one of those, and he got a barrel of like crab walking or something, and it had like attacking and
those
stuff.
things are massively crazy.
Yeah,
Those things are awesome.
it was awesome. It was also hilarious, though.
What the Qualish,
Uh-huh.
yeah,
It was so
apparatus of
funny.
Qualish.
Yeah.
I must say, as you're looking this up, I'm quite enjoying the delirium of 5:30 a.m. D&D. I should do it more often.
Right? It's fantastic. It's just like all caffeine and nothing
You
else.
never know.
Yeah, because it reminds me of I played like a 10-hour like one shot, and we were all like,
You're punch drunk by the end.
our DM was like, yeah, he had legendary actions, but I just can't.
Relatable.
I just can't. I just need this encounter to be done.
Do
Okay.
you want?
I've got the magic item thing. Just 1 second. I gotta find the.
Ba 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 ba.
Hey!
Listen. Oh no.
So go ahead and roll me a D100.
Yeah.
Do it.
65.
65. Okay, and then what are the tables here? We've got.
Ugh, I've never
Staff of
worked
the
for so little.
Staff of the Magi. Staff of the Magi.
And then roll a D12.
3.
3. Okay.
Ben's killing me.
I know, right?
Okay. Just 1 second. It's pulling up here. So 60.
It's a magic card.
You receive one of the rocks, one of the meteors, the little pieces that has been falling all around you, smashes to the ground next to you, and a little shiny thing is sitting on the ground next to you, and one of your followers just picks it up and holds it up to you, and you see a ring of evasion.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh.
Cool.
I was once I saw it, I was like, "Oh, he's gonna get a ring. Let's see what kind of ring it is."
What ring would it be?
What kind of ring are we
I
gonna
will take that.
Heck yeah.
Thank you.
Super useful.
Yeah. So that brings
So Jacob, I believe it's your turn.
Rob Roth, what are you doing?
All right, so I'm gonna squeeze Kisara's hand. It's like, all right, Now let's save our friends. Oh! And I run to the 30 feet I need to close distance to, since I assume I saw the life drainage issue there.
Yep. And you can actually tower over, like, as you run forward, the three bodyguards kind of like split to make room as you look down, and Beleg is currently like kind of on the ground and looking kind of like happily but also in great pain at this ring that he just found, but he is on the ground. He got hurt, and it kind of took one knee, so you can easily tower over him and make a hit.
All right, cool. Yep. Stay where you are, and I'll pull out my +1 great axe and swingity swang away.
Swing.
That is a dirty 20 to hit.
Hits.
And I'm gonna dump a level of divine smite into this bad boy, and so it's 2d8, I think.
Yes, because it's undead. I'm assuming that your paladin class is the one that doesn't like undead.
I'm a Oath of Conquest, so I don't think I do that.
Okay.
So is it just 1d8? Let me see.
It's one extra d8, and then if it's like, it's not favorite enemy, but if it's like, if you don't, if it'll say like if it's a fiend, you do an extra d8, or if it's a whatever.
So okay, so I was reading it. When you hit with a melee weapon attack, you expend 1 spell slot to deal 2d8 extra radiant damage to the target, plus 1d8 for each spell level higher than that, but an additional d8. I guess undead or fiend, so it'd be 3d8.
3d8, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Sweet. All right. That's awesome.
3D it up.
Destructify.
All right. Ooh, that's pretty good. So should I just give you the total, or should I separate it, the weapon dice and then the radiant?
It's a +1, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Then just give me the whole thing.
Okay, cool. So in that case, okay, so that's a total of 19 points of damage.
Okay. It says ow. It doesn't seem to like that. Let me get my.
Did you see I'm busy soul sucking here? Paladins.
And then let me know when you're ready, and I'll swingity swang again.
Go for it.
All right, cool.
Do it again.
Drink from me, you cold bastard. Ooh, all right. These dice like me tonight. Morning. 24.
Hits.
All right, and I'll you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna dump another level of divine smite into it.
Yeah.
What is? Let me ask you one question. What is your? You add strength to yours. What is your strength modifier?
My strength modifier is a +4.
You don't even have to bother.
Okay.
You're looking at this thing, and you just see that like there's a wisp of smoke, like just carved right off of it that just evaporates, and you take another swing, and you just, and the top of it just kind of like floats off, and this kind of ethereal crown just falls into the water and kind of and then disappears. It is utter toast.
All right.
Yep.
And then just seeing that, and then I'll reach out a big plate gauntleted arm to help him up.
Yeah. So you help Beleg to his feet. Okay.
All right. You'll be okay. We got this.
All right. So, Syed, you see Radroth just slice through one, and you're like, I need one of those.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
anyway.
That's exactly.
I was gonna say just that. He's like, ooh, that works good.
Yeah, we definitely have the Legolas Gimli thing going on. No doubt.
You guys, I gonna say donate to get Syed a magical weapon. Let's do this.
Just saying.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just curious. Is Utter Toast like raw organic milk toast? Is that connected at all? No. Oh, okay, I'm just curious.
No, not at all. Nope.
Boo!
It is too early. That joke didn't land. I'm sorry.
Nice try.
All right, yeah. So Syad looks. He's like, "Oh yeah, I gotta give you one of those." And he looks across over at the Wraith. He's like,
Yep.
"You're next," and he is going to throw both of his spears.
Okay. You're gonna have to run just a little bit to get in range, but we'll say you use like half your movement to get within range and then toss. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Oh yeah. So that's going to be 16 for both of those.
Okay. Both hit.
Perfect. And
Both of them on the Wraith.
both of them on the Wraith. Yes.
Okay.
And that's going to be 12 total piercing. So he's going to like throw both of them. He's going to move forward to it.
Okay.
Pull them out and stick them back in.
Well, you go and it throws, and you kind of forgot for a second that these things are not physical bodied the way that other things are. So it goes and it looks like it's sliced, but then you also watch as they go straight through the body and on down the road and clatter at the end. But it does look like it did some kind of damage to it.
Okay.
So
pull another spear out his back.
Okay, grab it. Yeah,
Poke it.
grab another spear. Make one more attack.
Make one more attack. Alrighty. That's going to be 23.
Hits.
Not 23. 22. Best one so far. Okay, and that's another 7 piercing damage.
Okay.
That's what he did. So he like, and they clack clack onto the ground and
Clack, clack.
Clackety clack. Don't come back.
Yeah.
working. I can tell.
You're like, yeah, this is great.
Yeah, he's just totally in the moment. He's like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that brings us to Kisara. Kisara, you are now, although you ran your full 30 feet last time, you're now, that one's dead. And there's another one that's about another 60 or so feet away from where you are.
You're killing me.
Sorry.
But
you got Rob. You got Robroth right in there, so he could get that. From you. So, you know.
I know what a Rexo's guard do.
Max support character bonus points.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I look up at you sickly.
After the battle, produce flame. she missed the opportunity to attack anything before. She really wants to hit something now.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do produce flame, and I'm gonna do it at. Hang on, to my spell page. So I want to make sure I know. I'm gonna just chuck it at him if I can.
I believe you can. I don't know how it works.
I'm
I
loving
can hurl
everyone
a
using
flame
fire.
at a creature within. Oh no! I will move up 30 feet, and then I will hurl the flame at this creature for that has to go 30 feet. So I will make an attack roll. That's gonna be 16 to hit.
Hits.
Okay, and it's gonna be 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And that's all I can do right now. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. You watch it and it hits it, but the like it kind of like the chest just kind of like opens up and the shadow and the ball of fire actually passes through it and clatters behind it. It looks like you're pretty sure you hit. It just doesn't seem to have had the effect you were hoping for.
Okay.
That brings us to Aldrig. The one that you were hitting at is dead, and there's now one about 60 feet or so behind you. Actually, for you guys, it'd be more like 45 feet.
I will. I move closer to this rave.
Okay. That's it.
Basically, yeah.
Are you gonna max your movement to get right up next to it, and then so you can swing next turn, or are you gonna just keep your distance? Right now, nobody is within. Well, right now, Syed is currently in melee range, but he's the only one.
Yeah, max distance.
Okay, so you get up around it, and I'll say you get behind it and flank it a little bit to give. That way you can max effort next turn. All right.
Maximum effort. Wait, did Alden get a turn?
Huh? No, Alden, it's your turn. Sorry.
I was like, wait, there's a serious lack of magic here going on.
Yeah,
This
about that.
magic woman.
So I cannot get up to him to do that. So I am going to cast. No, I'm going to double dash. Yeah, I'm going to double dash up, but I want to stay on the opposite side of Syed.
Okay.
So that, like, they have to go through Syed to get to me.
Okay. You are hiding. You're effectively hiding behind the big one, the big fiery one.
Yeah.
And your three bodyguards kind of float up behind you, so you are fully flanked on all sides. You are untouchable at the moment. Your tiny frame.
Nice.
Yes.
Best place for a wizard.
Okay.
Surrounded by
And that's the end of my turn because it takes all our movement or all our actions to do that.
Okay. It is now the Wraith's turn. So, seeing, probably, well, yeah, you definitely tried to hurt it. So, Syed, it's gonna probably go after you because you threw things at it pretty heavily.
That's ridiculous.
I would like to file a complaint with the manager.
So let's go ahead and let's see what happens there. Okay. Does a 15 hit you?
It does not.
Okay. So, let's see. It tries to bite at you, and it is not super happy because you kind of dodge out of the way and go and it it just kind of goes. It just it just looks at you with this like kind of blank stare, but it also has this kind of menacing, and it just so then it just kind of cocks its head and goes and dives and goes through your chest. And it passes through Syed, Beleg, and the your undead creature that's behind you. So all three of you. Let's see. Yeah, all three of you take 5 points of force damage.
Oof.
They have auto hits. Run. 5 points. Cool.
And it comes out the other side. It just hurts. It does not. It's this kind of icy cold feeling that you take. So, then it's then it's Uldrig, your back is currently facing to like a wall to like a little shop, and you weren't paying close enough attention, and out the other side, let's see.
Oh God.
Does a 17 hit?
We gotta go.
Uldrig?
It's a good question.
We gotta get the heck out of here.
Yep.
A 17 hits?
Yep.
Okie doke. You are going to take.
Remember how we said we were like so awesome?
Yeah.
You're going to take 20.
We're gonna kill everything.
You're going to take
I said
24
we were gonna
points of necrotic damage,
Ugh.
and you're going to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh my god.
He jinxed us. He was the one that said we're gods.
Yeah.
No,
If you
that was
did,
just
you
because
turned
you
into
did
a
the
goldfish.
goldfish move. It was the yeah.
Yeah, but you said it. You speak those words into existence and bad things happen.
I think you added 2 additional things to this encounter because she did it.
Probably.
I'm sorry, guys. You guys. So never mind. You guys took the most difficult route. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Oh,
Perfect.
no.
Perfect. Also, I just noticed your suspenders for the first time, and I'm so happy about that.
So I didn't have time to put my tie on. I was going to wear my tie too, and I got this awesome blue and silver paisley tie that I was like super excited about. I'm going to grab it before we end, or maybe for the in between talking, I'll get my tie.
Cool.
Because I got to go I literally have to run from here to work.
Yeah.
So, Constitution saving throw. What did you get, Aldrich?
21.
You a what?
21.
21.
91.
Nice.
I thought it was 91 too. I was like, dang. You also you feel you're just able to hold on to that piece of your soul that it was trying to pull off, and you don't take any effects from that, and rounding the corner of the building, you also see, as you turn around to face it, 2 additional specters floating.
This is getting hairy.
Yeah, just a bit.
Kidding. I got 5 hit points left.
So Syad, you're gonna get a specter attack. Let's see. It doesn't hit. It's 13 from the specter.
Oh no,
Okay.
not even close. He's like just dodging these things like they're going in slow
You're
motion.
very comfortable with dodging like spectral attacks. Yeah, that's the other two just get within range, but they're not able to catch up to actually attack you, Aldrich. But you are now being flanked by 2 of those specters and the
God.
and the wraith.
Super.
Is it daytime?
No, it's not. You guys were in the middle of a rager when this happened.
Speaking of rager,
Daytime rages are possibilities. Have you ever been on a cruise?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you're not on a cruise.
I mean, we could be.
You guys are about an hour actually out from like dawn at this point.
Okay. I am playing the right music because I am freaking out.
Yeah, Ray Roth, you're up.
Right.
Thank you,
okay.
Andrew. We're glad you're here too. And donate if you want to give anybody a magical weapon, please. They need it.
Please.
Yes, especially
Oh, the
because
weapon.
because we're idiots and took the most difficult path. But that's what happens when you play, right?
I'll explain in I'll explain in
No, yeah, sure. No worries, no
I'm
worries
sure
at
they're
all.
just gonna keep multiplying.
No, it's not a problem at all. So what bad guy is closest to me right now?
Probably the wraith that was pushing through to the backside of Alden. So you can get up behind it and flank it between you and his
George.
George, yeah.
It's George.
George
Of course
won.
it is. Of course. So yeah.
Actually, no. It's George. It's George, Ringo, Paul, right?
Yeah. Yep. George, Ringo, and Paul.
Oh man. I was going to save my second level spell slot, but considering what's happening, I think I'm going to go ahead and start my turn by casting Spiritual Weapon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I'm actually going to this is like I'm running towards the one, but like I reach out my hand and I think special weapon's like a 60 feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
So essentially like behind it, and I kind of want it like just from a visual perspective to reach. And that's to explain what it looks like. It's actually this large like actual like the face of Brohamit. There's actually like a headband that has like Chad written on the front of it, and it's just gonna try to bite it.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a spell attack. Oh my god, this dice is doing so well.
Don't jinx it.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said anything.
I was gonna say, well, it also landed you in the drink, so
that's fair. Yeah, you're right.
This is just
give and take.
Yeah,
give and take. So that's a 22 to hit for
Hits.
my special weapon. Oh my god, I rolled an 8. That's 11 points of radiant, I think.
11 points of radiant damage. Very nice.
Yeah, I think that's right.
And which one is this that you're attacking? The one that was closest to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm going to full round that same guy.
Okay. And you're flanking, so you get advantage.
Sweet. That's oh my god. That's a 25 to hit.
It hits.
Yes. We need you to be doing this.
Yeah.
I'm burning all my spell slots, but we're in the ether here. So I'm gonna run another first level spell slot to put another divine smite into it.
Deal it. Yep.
Okay. That is going to be. Whoops. Okay.
And Andrew, if you would like to donate, you can donate $15, and you can provide him with some cold steel, because I would allow that. You can choose if you would like.
Also, congratulations, Andrew, on becoming a thread.
Thank you for joining.
Yeah,
we appreciate it.
thank
Welcome to the
you.
family. You won't regret it at all, I promise.
And that's so that's an additional 24 points of damage.
24 points of damage on the one hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep bringing the thunder.
All right.
Okay.
And so again, if it's still alive.
Yeah, it's still up, but it looks like you carve like straight through it, like towards the bottom. And what looks like the bottom of its torso just kind of evaporates and then reforms, but a little bit smaller than what you were seeing before.
Okay. I don't think that my second. I wrote. See, this is what happens. I started talking to it, and now it's rolling low. That was a 12 to hit.
12
Did you
does
roll
not
with
hit.
advantage?
Did you?
I did.
Oh wow.
I wrote a 4 and a natural 1.
Oh.
So yeah, no dice. So just in my desperation, I just couldn't make contact.
Yeah. It's all good. You managed to like swing and take out a good chunk of it, and you swing again just as your axe passes through that same section, and then the body reforms. So you just like you were just too fast to actually catch on to the incorporeal form. Okay, that brings us to the top of the order. So Syed, you're up. It passed through you, and now you're actually looking at Aldrig being flanked, and then behind you, Raybroth and one of the undead are kind of flanking the one that you were facing off with.
He looks over his shoulder and he goes, "He's got that." And he turns back. He's like, looks at Aldrig and is like, "I got you." And he pulls out another spear. He picks up the spear that's in front of him. And moves forward and attacks.
Okay. Yeah, you actually you kind of run past Aldrig and past the specter itself, and right underneath one of the specters that is popping up around him, you grab the spear that went past it previously, because Aldrig had gone around to flank it, so your spears were right behind him.
Okay.
So you actually
kind of slide.
You slide down, pick them up, and get behind him, and you're now flanking the specter, or you're now flanking the wraith itself, but you are also now surrounded by 2 specters. Oh, but just as a warning, if you do that, one of the specters is going to take an attack of opportunity against you.
Oh, to get to my other spear?
Yeah. So there was one that came up on you, the one from the body that you watched get drained.
Mm-hmm.
That one was right up next to you. The specter was. So
That's
it's going to take an attack.
Go ahead.
That is a 22 to hit.
That definitely hits me.
You take 10 points of necrotic damage.
Oh boy.
They don't seem quite as powerful as the wraiths.
Time to use Horde Breaker. So I for those 2 attacks on the one next to Uldrig, the lowest for that was an 18.
Okay, 18. Yeah, definitely hits.
So that's going to be 17 piercing damage. And then I'm going to make an attack on the one next to that one. And that's going to be a 22 to hit.
Okay.
And that's 10 piercing damage. And then I'm going to make my extra attack. See where this is going. Let's see. That is going to be...
Your extra attack against what?
Against
Spectre?
the original one. Yeah,
the original one? Okay.
Yeah. And that is going to be a 17.
That hits?
All right. And that's going to be 16 piercing damage.
16 damage? Okay.
Nice.
He's literally just like just stabbing in all directions, like stabbing one, going into the next one, pulling this one out, putting it in that one. Like
okay. Yeah, you the individual strikes aren't doing as much damage as you'd hope, but you're just gonna keep doing as many strikes as possible.
He just keeps twirling them through them like this.
Awesome.
Okay, fantastic. And we got a cheer from Andrew. Very nice.
Oh, thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. We need it.
Okay. Kisara, you're up.
Yeah. Okay. So Kasara, seeing what's going on, is panicking a little bit. How far away is Alden from her?
Probably about 30 feet.
Okay.
Yep.
She's gonna shut her eyes and kind of point in his direction, and this bright white light kind of shoots towards him. She, for a bonus action, is gonna do Balm of the Summer Court, so he's gonna get 3d6 plus.
Yeah.
9. 11 points of healing.
11 points of healing.
11 points of healing is not much, but it's something.
And then
fine.
she's how far is the closest wraith?
Same. There's one literally just behind him by like 5 feet. 10 feet.
I will run on up and I'm gonna hit it.
Okay. Yep. You just use most of your movement for that, and then smack.
All right. So that's gonna be 19 to hit.
Hits.
All right, and I'm hitting it with my mace, by the way,
Okay.
just to.
Regular mace.
Yep. Not special mace.
Okay.
And that's going to be 8 points of, or I'm sorry, 4 points of damage.
4
I can't
points of
read.
damage.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what I'll do.
Okay.
So I shoot healing and it's
and you swing at it, and it kind of like it just kind of like looks like a wind passes through it. You're not sure if it really is doing much in the way of damage, but it looks.
Nope.
But you are definitely swinging away.
I don't have a lot of in the way of magical weapons.
So that means it is Alden's turn.
So how many enemies are there?
5 currently. 3
5?
specter, 3 specters, and 2 wraiths.
We gonna die.
Yeah.
You're familiar with these again because I mean you've raised some specters in your day. They have the same like you can't really be hurt by non-magical weapons as the other one, but you also know that they're pretty weak as far as like hit points and armor class. They're much easier to deal with. So, but you also are aware that if one of your players goes down, the wraiths could continue to make more specters. So,
Right.
so you're like you have a good idea of like if you clear out the wraiths, you probably can handle the specters with as a group, but you just can't lose any more hit points to any of the wraiths.
So there are 2 wraiths, right?
Correct.
And one of them's almost dead.
And it is right behind your 2 dudes, your 3 dudes.
Right. My 3 dudes are gonna attack them.
Okay, go ahead and
Now,
yeah, go. I was
roll
gonna say, you can
those?
go ahead, yeah, go ahead and roll those. Let's see how much they can get
So-
off.
Do they have advantage?
1.
They can, yes, they can flank for each other, and then you'd be flanking the other one. So
Oh, advantage.
yeah, they all get advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, well that one still doesn't hit. That's a 10. That's a natural 20.
Hey!
There he is.
So I didn't talk about this in the previous section, so I'll let you guys choose now. So it's the first 20. Would you guys prefer for this to be brutal criticals, because that's how I like to play, which means you get your maximum dice on the first roll of your thing, and then you just roll a regular die. So if your damage is a D8 to damage, you get an 8 plus 1 dice roll.
Oh,
So your first dice is always max.
I like the brutal critical.
Okay,
I like
okay.
that.
everybody cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So then you guys get so but the wraiths would also get brutal critical, just as a warning. I like
So
That's
he
that's
took
terrifying.
15 points of damage.
say it again.
15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Okay.
And then my last one, natural 20.
Hey! Beep, 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 beep.
And that one also 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Awesome.
Crazy.
Okay. You they just start like flailing into this thing and and just whittling it away. It looks like there's just like it is really really hurt. And there's basically just like the upper torso and head left that it's able to maintain of its corporeal form, but it is just barely hanging on. So
Okay, so
go ahead.
now my turn.
Yes.
I want to move where I can clearly hit him without hitting any of my bow with my burning hands.
Okay.
Burning
With a
hands.
15-foot cone, what you can do is you can sidestep just a little bit,
Uh-huh.
and you can get the specter that's basically right in front of you, and just snag the very corner of the specter and the other wraith on the other side.
Okay, let's do that then.
Yeah.
And if it's the full wraith,
Yeah, the full wraith, the one that's currently
Okay.
fully full hit points right now.
then I'm gonna cast this at 3rd level.
Okay.
Ooh.
Hey.
So they got to make dexterity saving throws.
Nope. Nope. Okay.
So that is at 3rd level. That will
Does it-
be
16 save.
a 16 does save.
Okay, so one of the specter furthest from you manages to have the damage.
Okay, so gonna be 5d6.
Ooh,
Dang.
yeah.
Woo!
Bang.
Fire.
So the 2 take 19, and then 1 takes
Oh, you broke up.
Yeah, you
Take
broke up.
19 and one of them takes half.
19. 19 was the total.
Burn them all.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, they did not seem to like that. Although, again, the fire damage doesn't seem to be having a huge effect. But you're also somewhat familiar with that non-corporeal forms not being as easy to burn as the normal one, the normal undead. Yeah.
And is there one like right next to me? Or like 10 feet away from me?
It's like 10 feet. It was just to the side of you. So when you when you sidestep, you can get within 5 feet of it to do your blast. That's where you would be when you got it. So
Okay, so there's one within 5 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. Because otherwise, I was going to get as far away from these guys as I could.
Yeah.
I'm not taking an attack of opportunity.
Okay. Yeah, just one of the wraiths. You had to get right up next to it to be able to snag all three parts. And Syad, you just see this like wall of fire just coming right at you, and it just stops right in front of your nose, essentially.
It gets up to him, and he just kind of smirks. He's like,
Yeah, I mean, he's made of fire anyway. He doesn't.
Yeah. He's just like,
it's like, hello, old friend.
Just trying to make you feel at home.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
We might be singing that here in a minute.
Yep.
Aldrich, it's your go. You are currently being harassed by incorporeal forms.
Still wraiths or?
You have the one wraith directly in front of you, and then two specters to either side, kind of coming up, trying to get up and flank against you.
I'm gonna hit that wraith.
Do it.
Get him.
Maximum effort.
11.
11 to hit.
Yeah.
Does not hit.
Yeah. And I'm.
Aren't we flanking? We're flanking, right?
Yeah, you're flanking. You get advantage.
Oh. Okay.
Aha!
That would
Flanking.
be.
Hey, Monk is here. Hi, Monk.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, Monk. If you want to ruin their day, you can add some complication.
No.
If you want to help.
Oh yeah. If you want to help,
you can donate $15 to give me a magic weapon,
or $35 in order to summon a mimic of your choice, or Bob Ross Flayer.
Why would you?
we're already at disadvantage. No.
I will admit, I considered donating and getting the Bob Ross flare, and then this craziness happened. So I'm gonna hold off.
Monk, has I ever donated to help? No, you haven't. That's why I said you can always cause complications. So Aldrich, what was that final total with advantage? What was your
20.
hit? Yeah, hits definitely.
Yeah.
Roll that beautiful beam footage.
That is
Roll, Bella.
18 damage.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I want to do it again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do it.
Go for it.
22 to hit.
Hits.
Oh.
That's awesome.
Nice, baby.
And 16 damage.
Okay. It does not look happy. You're just slicing away, like chunk by chunk, and you're really sick of these things because although you slice and you get a really good body hit, it's doing plenty of damage, but it doesn't have that satisfying thunk that you're used to. But it actually slices through, and you just see ribbons coming off this thing as you're slicing through it with your great axe. So it is definitely not happy about the amount of damage that it just took.
And I would like to use Second Wind as a bonus action.
Yeah.
Yay.
Go for it. Get some
awesome.
HP back.
Good idea.
12.
Nice. Okay. That brings us to the Wraith's turn. The one that's hanging on by just a few hit points It doesn't really. It is barely hanging on. It's not exactly sure where to go. So, it's gonna actually try to hit one of your undead. It's not able to discern living creature versus non-living creature. So it basically just whiffs because it tries to suck the soul of something that doesn't exist. As for the other one, it's gonna come after. And then the wraith, the specter is gonna come after. Who's still over there? That was. Oh, Beleg, you're closest to it. So it's gonna go after. It's gonna try. The wraith is gonna try to get Beleg. And failed.
No.
It failed.
Yay!
Yay.
It's an 11 to hit.
Ooh.
What I was gonna say, what is your armor class?
13.
Okay.
Oh.
I was like, please tell me it's not a 12. That would be.
Yeah.
Fine.
So those two go, and there's nothing there. Aldrig, the wraith is going to try to suck your soul again. With, you gotta be kidding me. That's another 11.
Yeah.
Hey.
Mm-hmm. So that's a fail. And let's see. Syad is over there, and so only Syad and Aldrich are over there. So then we're gonna do one of the specters at each of you. Okay. So
Where's my
Syad,
tank druid?
right? Who's used two of her wild shape forms.
Yeah, that's true.
Wasn't my smartest move. Didn't think this was gonna happen.
An 8 for you, Syad, and
Negative.
oh, okay. Dang it, Aldrig. That is a 22 to hit.
Oof.
Oh no.
I know, like it.
Bring it. Bring it. My man Aldrig, he got you.
13 points of necrotic damage, and make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm assuming he's not within 10 feet of me.
Not you, no.
22.
Okay. Again, you feel this thing is also going to try and like tug at your soul, but just it's not nearly as strong as what you experienced from the wraith, and so you just shrug it off. You're fairly familiar with this at this point. Okay. That was the worst rolls I've had all morning. So that brings us to Raybroth's turn. This thing is like literally just clinging to life, or clinging to undeath, I guess.
So, outside of the wraith in front of me, how far away is the nearest enemy?
There's another specter that is another like 10 feet beyond that one.
Okay. I am going to try to finish it off with spiritual weapon.
Okay, spiritual weapon,
And
smack.
smack. Does it get advantage? Yes, it can't get advantage, right? You can't flank with a spiritual weapon, right?
Spiritual weapons don't gain
I
flank.
didn't think so. I don't think he needed it anyway. That's an 18 to hit. Let's see. So, oh god. That's a 7 points of radiant damage.
7.
Yeah.
We just got our heaviest hitters are rolling so well.
Right.
Dead.
Legitimately, like it is. The radiant just smack hits it, and it looks like it is super hurt. You're almost certain that you killed it, and then this little like this, it just reforms. Just this little section of it is still hanging on.
Go back to undeath, and I just swing.
Okay.
That's an advantage, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. That's a 20 million to hit.
You just slice and go finish. God, and just kind of like and take you just actually like your axe just like smacks into the crown that's on top of its head and just drives it all the way to the ground where it just shatters into dust. The only like apparently corporeal piece of this thing that was tethering it to this plane, you just shatter into a million pieces on the ground, and it is super dead. And do you still have one more?
I do.
Yeah,
So
you can run up on that specter, and you'd have
So-
you could flank it with Alden if you wanted to.
okay. So I take a moment. I just kind of center myself. And I open my eyes and Robert, will you with me? Let's go take care of my fellow ex-bro. And I run and I will do the thing.
Do the thing.
Which one are you going after? Are you going after the other wraith?
Well, considering he had to use second wind, I figured he might need some help. So
Yeah.
I'll go.
So you mad dash. It's within your range, so it's no big deal. But you spend your full movement to get over to it, and take a swing after it. Yeah.
I'm just all over the damn place. That's going to be a. Ooh, that's another 22 to hit.
Hits.
Yes.
Woo-wee.
I think I'm gonna hold off on using smite this time, just to have a little bit for things to come. But let's see what we got. That's a 2. Oh, I have great weapon fighting, so yay. That's 10 points of magical slashing damage.
Okay. It definitely has an owie now.
Right.
It looks beyond. I mean, again, you're getting used to how these things kind of break down as the smoke of their incorporeal body kind of chips away, and it looks pretty weakened.
And I just kind of like with my axe, I just kind of like raise it up and point to Aldrich. Stay with me.
Okay. Syed, you're up.
All right. He's gonna keep twirling his spears, just like whipping up the smoke.
Okay.
Right. Natural 20.
Okay.
Hey!
Roll them damages. So you get max for your first dice.
Okay. So that's gonna be 17 for that one.
Okay, and that's against the wraith. So.
Uh-huh.
Okay. It's still up.
Okay. We're going to attack one more time. And that's going to be... That one's 8 more piercing damage. Sorry, that's 22.
Whew.
Yep, 22 hits.
All right, and then we're going to do our Hordebreaker attack against the Spectre. And that's going to be a 13.
Hits.
Oh, sweet. Okay. And that's 9 piercing damage. And then
Okay.
we're gonna make our extra attack. And that is going to be 20.
Nice.
20
And that's
hits.
going to be the Wraith. And that's
Okay.
10 more piercing damage.
It is you just see it like again chipping away. Being as how you kind of hate these things, you are like just pissed because it is so close to death and you want to claim that victory, but it is just barely hanging on as you just stab.
You just hear him like that low boiling growl of
you are fairly certain that it is like probably one more hit away from being absolute from being gone.
Awesome.
Okay. Kisara, you're up.
Cool. I'm going to move towards the wraith. Can I move so that way the wraith is about 15 feet away from me and my the friends are not?
No.
No.
Yeah, they are surrounding it currently.
Okay.
You've got Uldrig, Raybroth, and Syed are kind of like back at like all kind of clustered right around it.
Okay.
There's you can get pretty much any of the specters within 15 feet
I'll work
anybody.
on a specter then.
Okay. The closest specter has been undamaged, so you can definitely take that one off.
Perfect. I'm gonna cast Thunderwave on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it has to make a what kind of save?
Thunderwave
Cone. It's a cone.
is a con save.
It's a 15.
Yep.
15 saves.
Yeah.
Okay. So does it take? What does it take?
It's gonna take half damage, and it's
That
pushed.
is- Also, quick question. Could I say, because I completely forgot, that I moved spiritual weapon closer to one of the specters?
Yeah. It can move 20 feet, so it can be right up against the specter that Beleg is fighting.
Okay.
Easy.
Okay, so it's gonna get 4 damage.
Okay.
And bonus action, I will do Balm of the Summer Court again. How is everybody looking? Pretty rough.
I am bad.
Yep. Beleg is still pretty hurt, and he's 1v1ing a specter at the moment.
Okay. All right, so you're gonna get 3 more 3d6 of healing plus stuff. 8
Effective healing is so good.
16 HP back.
And just a quick
Nice.
thank you, Monk. Thank you for
Thanks,
putting
Monk.
he's putting our Discord and donate links back up for us. Please
Aw, thank
join us on
you.
Discord. Join us on join us by donating and giving more things to hopefully beat monsters up, or giving me fun monsters that I can bring out. That's always good too.
I will say, shout out to the Thread Raiders Discord, because it is a wild party.
Yeah.
Remember
Yeah.
the first day I was in it, I got tagged, I think, 16 times.
Yep,
Uh-huh.
that's normal. All right, that's it for me.
Okie doke.
I am. You just doubled my hit points. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Well, it is now your turn, Aldrin. You and this specter are facing down each other.
All right. First off, my zombies are going to swarm him.
Yep.
I'm assuming they can all get advantage, right?
Yeah.
All right. So that is a 22 to hit for the first.
Hits.
Woo-wee.
That is only 5 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Second one is a 19 to hit
Hits.
for 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Woo-wee.
And last one is a 13 to hit
Hits.
for 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
What was your total damage? 7,
18
18.
bludgeoning.
Okay. Okay.
Boom, boom, boom.
It did not. It doesn't. It definitely looks like these things are a lot less hardy, and you can tell there's nothing really tethering these souls other than their connection to the wraiths that seems to be keeping them here. Yeah, they're a lot. That was. It looks pretty defeated, pretty demoralized, but it's not quite gone. And now it's your turn.
Okay, and since they're surrounding him, I'm assuming
What?
I can't cast Burning Hands without hitting one of my buddies.
Oh yeah.
Then I'm going to stab it with my dagger.
Do it.
Go for it.
Oh, that is a 24 to hit.
Hits.
Yeah.
Yay.
Roll that D4.
Alright.
Roll it wild.
Ooh, that's a 4, so 7 points of piercing damage.
Is this just a regular dagger, or is this?
It's just a regular dagger.
Okay. It is still just barely standing there.
Alright.
All right.
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to Misty Step.
Okay. Yep. Misty Step and get far away.
30 feet is as far as I can.
I'm gonna say your guys are gonna try to follow you to get out of the way, and it fails to try to hit one of them.
Okay.
Okay. Aldrig, The wraith in front of you has been severely beaten, but it's not quite dead.
Finish it.
And it has been harassing you like none other.
Finish him.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill him.
Okay.
Um, 25.
Hits.
Nine.
How do you want to do this?
Yay!
Hey.
Yes.
Get it.
Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it.
Just a good old big swing with the great axe from top to bottom.
Okay. You just cleave straight through the helm that's or the crown that it has on top, and just split it down the center, and it just shatters. Both pieces flying off in either direction, and it seems to be just turns into shadow and dust. There are still two specters hanging out. They don't look like they are as focused though, now that all the wraiths are gone. What would you like to do? Both specters both specters on this side are within reach of you, so you could hit either one if you wanted to.
I would like to hit the one that is a
Shaw.
bit more hurt.
Okay. The one that Sean's been hitting.
Yep.
Syad.
Oh yeah.
Is that with advantage?
You can
flanking?
shift a little bit and get advantage on it, yeah.
Alright.
Wait, are you about to kill still?
26.
Hey!
What was that?
26.
Yeah, that hits.
Woo-wee.
For 16 points of damage.
Ugh. It is cut like severely down, and it again it's just barely hanging in there, but yeah, it does not look very good. That brings us to their turn, and let's see. The one nearest to you, Beleg, you got away from it, so it's just beelining it. It is just taking off in an attempt to get away. And the other two are going to they're going to do the same thing. They're going to take off. So Duval, and Ulrich, you guys would get attack of opportunities on the one closest to you.
Yeah.
And Syad, you would as well. However, they're going to also pass through Syad and Ulrich. So I need each of you is going to take 5 points of necrotic damage as it passes through you.
Oh yay.
And then you can take your attack of op against them.
13 to hit.
Hits.
Woo!
And so Duval, it's yeah. Go ahead, give me damage.
Okie doke. I love D12s. That's 15 points of damage.
Hey!
It is very nearly shredded in its attempt to run away. Let's see. But you cut it down to like half size. But this one was the one that was pretty much untouched. So, how did you and Ulrich? What did you get? Lucha, what did Ulrich get for an attack of op?
14.
Hits.
And 13 damage.
You just eviscerate it.
Woo!
Yeah.
You literally so between the two of you, it's just the great axe masters. One comes one direction, you come down the other direction. You guys literally just like slice, and it just evaporates.
I totally see like Chrono Frog from Chrono Trigger X Strike just.
Right. And what did Sayad get, Sean?
That's
gonna give it to
20.
Okay, it
Woo!
is. It literally, you're like, you're not getting out of here. Well, and you just take both spears and stab into it as it just kind of, and basically trying to pin it to the ground even though there's nothing to pin, and it just like literally you and the spears both, because you're doing full body thrust into it. Both spears go through it, and so do you, as it turns into this like vapor and just disappears and land on the ground, and you're like, yeah. Yeah. There's just one very, very rough looking specter that is trying to evade. Let's see, that would bring us to Raybroth. What would you like?
Spiritual weapon?
Yeah, you know what? I'll give spiritual weapon a hit before it gets too far. Because let's see. Oh wait. Yeah, before it gets out of reach, I'll let you get a spiritual weapon attack before it gets too far out of reach.
All right. That is going to be close. That's a 12 to hit.
12 hits.
Oh, right! Yay!
Nice.
And yeah.
Yeah, that's 9 points of radiant.
So yeah, the radiant smack from your weapon just gnaws it, and it just like it looks like it just devoured the whole thing. Like
yeah, it's a Bahamut face, so it's just like ah.
Yep. Yeah, it just takes it out. So yeah, all of the incorporeal figures have been taken care of. What would you guys like to do next?
Oh boy.
Well, that was quite the test. I run up to Iladin, and well fought, my good sir, and I'll place my hand on him and use lay on hands and pump in about 10.
Okay.
So you got 10 more hit points, buddy.
Oh boy.
Are you going to be okay?
Why do I what?
Oh.
He'll kind of like summon like a little flame and just like sear some of the wounds on himself. Cast Cure Wounds. His
Looks like
rocky
that hurts.
skin just kind of comes back together.
That looked like that hurt.
It's good.
Never a dull moment. Never a dull moment.
There's fire still over there.
Yeah, we need to move before more of these things pop up.
Well, we can't get across the bridge now.
Yeah, the bridge is down. It is a pretty wide section of bridge.
How far is it?
I'm trying to think. Hold on. I can real world figure this out. Just a second.
Sure. Oh my god, it's already been 2.5 hours. That flew by for me.
I
Right?
know.
Yeah.
Oh my god, wow, that's crazy. I was just thinking, I'm like, oh my god, I'm literally gonna watch the sun coming up.
I know, I just noticed the sun peaking and I'm like, wait, what's going on?
Yeah, right. There's a disturbance in the force.
I'm hoping that it's like 50 feet or so.
Oh no, it's it's roughly a mile.
Oh,
Oh.
jeez.
It's a
Okay.
river. It is a
Oh.
full, yeah.
We need to double back.
Oh boy.
I walk up to Aldrich and I was like, well, either way, while we're trying to figure this out, and he kind of like takes his great axe and like clinks it against yours like a great axe fist bump. Well fought.
Same.
Man of many words. A man of many words. Many words. I just walk over.
So let's go ahead and give me perception checks, everybody.
Okay. Oh, that's
17.
not bad.
24.
16.
12.
15.
Okay. Most of you notice it is eerily quiet around here. Like all the pandemonium seems to have died down, at least in this area, because you guys were running away from the worst of it. Excuse me. But Kisara especially, now that your ears are no longer plugged and you're paying full attention to your surroundings, you see that like the sky to the west of you, or east of you. Sorry, I'm horrible at directions right now. The sky to the east of you, where the two rocks must have landed. It almost looks like a series of giant red spotlights are shooting up into the night sky. It looks like a very large portion of the city is burning. But worse than that, you notice that one of the watchtowers that guards the central section of the city where the castle is has been demolished. These are like 200-foot tall, like giant, almost skyscraper-like towers that you kind of assumed were being held together by like magic, like the whole. Not anybody's entirely sure how the central city was built because it is that old, and there's just the tower itself has been completely demolished and is no longer standing. So you have a strong feeling that whatever caused these wraiths to appear is somehow a part of these rocks falling.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Guys, it's not looking
I'd say
so
we
good
check
back
it out.
there.
I mean, we just need to know what happened, right? Or see
Yeah,
if
yeah,
there's people
yeah.
we can-
You cut out.
Definitely just need to know what happened.
Yeah.
Or we can. I mean, the job we were going to do, I think, is a bit, not happening. So there's also nothing keeping us here, but we also kind of want to figure out what's going on, right?
I think I want to go check it
Boat.
I'm actually curious, Sean. Now that Syed has realized that there are undead creatures that are currently falling from the sky, would he want to run away?
No.
Okay.
He would not want to run away.
I was just curious. Okay, so yeah, I would say that you have a strong conviction that you want to head in and try to find more of these.
Yeah. No, I mean that's why he wants the boat. He wants to get across the river to.
Oh no. So you are on the. So this is from the direction you were coming from. So you don't have to. You don't have to cross the river to get there. You can.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just start going.
Your exit plan is what got you caught up. So you are your back your back was to the falling rocks. So you guys can just turn around and head back the way you came.
Oh yeah.
Totes.
Do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So you guys begin heading in back the way you came. You do notice like there is a significant, like larger destruction. That last hit was much bigger than the one previous, and caused a lot of damage. And you can actually see like the rooms that you guys were staying in the Fickle Pig. There are a couple of the like upper floors that are just caved in sections. The structure is still standing, but it was severely damaged.
Oh, I really like that place.
And a couple of the people that you Ray Roth, coming back, you kind of look around and keep an eye out for like more people. You notice that the couple of people that you were able to stabilize and kind of pull them into cover, some of them are withered and kind of like looks like they're just husks. They've had the kiss of death from these specters. They were just waiting targets, and you kind of assume those probably were the specters that you were fighting, were the souls sucked out of those easy targets that were hanging out, that were stuck still outside of like safe care. As you move further into the city, you start to see the fires are much higher. You can kind of get a sense for like how much of the city is burning, and you make your way to the first impact site. You notice there are guards kind of gathered around the impact site, and one of them is holding this really nice like lance-like spear with a gilded tip on it, with like kind of a crest, and says, stay back, this is not safe. It's not safe to be here. Go find shelter, run.
There's like a long like exhale. You see that street back there? I just help save those people and then essentially just cause their demise to even be accentuated and more painful. So you will not tell me what to do.
Rebroth, I can bring them back if you want.
They've suffered enough. Let them be.
Nice.
And then I'm going to turn to the guard and yell like, so what did you find?
What was that, Beleg?
Yeah, you keep cutting.
Yeah. I'm going to turn to the guard and say, what did you find in there? Is there anything cool?
If you consider ghost things sucking your life force out, then sure.
And that's where we're headed.
Do so at your own risk. There may still be some roaming. We were able to kill a couple, but some of them got free.
Good.
So I was gonna come like sidle up real close to this guard and just like get really close to his face and go, "That's a nice spear." I'd like to make an intimidate check.
Go for it.
That is going to be a 17.
Okay. He looks at the fiery hair and looks at you, and you can tell like he's considering what's going on, and he goes, "Move along. I don't know what I don't know what you want. Just get out of here. This is not safe."
Be real nice if I could have that.
He goes, "No, I don't think so. Move along, or you'll see the end of it."
Really?
He rolled a 17. You guys are like matched wit for wit, and he's like he's just holding on to like, I have seen some shit. today.
Oh, no, the really was in character.
Are you saying really to say out like really, dude? Like really?
No, I'm actually saying really to the guard. Like after all you've seen, it's just move along. You're just, I mean, it is a fantastic looking spear, and frankly, I wouldn't give it to him either. But still, don't you have family or friends that you should be attending to right now?
That's exactly what I'm doing. My job
I mean,
is to kill these things before they hurt anybody else.
And you're standing.
but you won't go in with us.
The area's been cleared. If you want to help, then absolutely you can help. I'm keeping my spear though because I'm going in search of more of these things.
Where do you believe the source is coming from?
That right there, and he kind of nods, and you see like this domed rock that is like embedded into like the ground, and a section of building just crumpled around it, and still burning. But just like looking at it, there's something off. The flames, like on the outside, like where around it are all this bright red orange color, but you see where the actual rock itself is still hot, it looks green, like this like sparkling green energy.
Can I do an Arcana check, see if I know anything about?
Yeah.
That is a 19.
Nice.
Okay.
No, dude.
You've never seen a metal quite like this. You know of different like metals that can be enchanted, like adamantine and mithril and things like that that can be used for enchanting purposes. But this stuff is not from around here. Nothing that you know of gives off this sort of vibe, because you also kind of use your training, and you kind of get a sense that this is ethereal. This is kind of this stuff feels like it's coming from a different plane. And still has that residual magic of having been summoned somehow to this realm.
Hey, Ringo, get me one of those.
He just walks up and he literally goes to grab the rock itself.
Oh.
Takes 13
Fine,
points of
Ringo.
fire damage.
Okay, he's still.
Just like it just goes like this like green flame just like engulfs the tips of his hands, and then turns to red fire as it burns up his arm. And then yeah.
No, come back.
It is seriously hot. When he comes back, he's radiating heat, because that thing is the rock itself. You guys can feel it from here, but once he got close, it was like, I mean, the fringes of every piece of cloth is just lightly smoldering as well.
How much did you say?
He took 15 points.
Okay.
While that's happening, and I'm so close to the guard, I want to try and bump into him and see if I can sleight of hand his spear and trade it with mine.
Okay.
Can I help distract him? Because I was gonna talk to him a little bit.
Okay, what are you gonna tell him?
Look, I have a bit of an anger problem, and between me and my friends here, they've been trying to help me with that. And between all of this riffraff going on, you are the single point of my aggression. And I just wanted you to know that I'm trying to talk it out, and you are not making it any easier. And I just like go like just tirade and just cut, like just let loose.
Okay. Give me an intimidation check.
Okay. Oh no. 11.
Okay. He seems like just the adamant nature from both of you. He kind of goes. He's kind of like starting to back down. Like he's like, okay, I get it. I mean, it's a rough night for everybody. Just let's all take a step back. Go ahead and make your roll with advantage to try to snag the spear.
Jesus Christ, this is so nice.
Really?
26.
Oh.
So as he's like, let's all take a breather. Let's calm down. Syed kind of like comes up behind him and knocks him. Both spears fall to the ground, and you just pick it up and you grab his spear and toss it in your backpack and hand him his spear. Sorry, I didn't. We just let's just not worry about this. We all have the same fight. Let's just move on. And
You're right.
So let's just.
Stay safe out there.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just, and he's like just gonna go. He's not. He also like just that little lick of flame when you bumped into him. He's just like I don't want to deal with these guys anymore. I'm just gonna leave. And he starts walking away.
So I just looks over at Rob Roth and he just goes.
That put me in a better mood. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Off on you.
Unfortunately, I think you're right. Crap.
No, really, you've got a little cold on you.
Oh God. Ah.
So yeah, you guys keep moving forward towards like the rock itself. It looks like again, as far as you can tell, this is fairly cleared, but it looks like the guards are trying to organize and start making a sweep of the surrounding areas. They know that some of the specters got away, so they're trying to figure out how to track them down. But based on what you're hearing just in passing, they killed probably 5 of them just as the city guard. Either because they do have some pretty decent weaponry and armor. They are apparently quite well funded for a city guard, and you gather there probably were only 3 or 4 that got away, as far as they're aware. So you're not sure if you got all of them or not, but you killed 3, and that's probably pretty close to all of them. But then you also start hearing they start talking about some kind of commotion going on further in the guard tower. Something else, another shell, another egg, another one of these things.
Oh boy.
Mm.
I don't like it.
No more. I don't like it.
I want to go to school.
Oh boy.
So, what would you guys like to do next?
Does that sound familiar to any of you?
No.
It's like large egg things.
No, but I definitely want to check it out.
You're not helping, like literally at all.
You've come close. You've
Quite
come
the
close to
opposite.
death. How many times today?
Yeah,
and you
but
just want to
can
keep
you
poking
imagine
the horse?
But
what we could do with it?
you can't imagine if you're dead.
Is that true, George?
Oh no, I walked right into that. I walked right into that. I walked right into that. Ugh, I have a headache.
At least the flowers are finally dry.
Oh yeah, yeah. And being waterlogged was not fun. I was kind of sluggish my movement.
Hey, you. Where are we gonna find one of those egg things? Eggs
See?
are great with bacon.
See?
assume we're walking towards one of the big green thingies.
Yeah, you can. So you guys get the general idea that the next meteor that landed would be in the center of the city by the where the watchtower fell. So you can easily head that direction because you know where the watchtower used to be. And you can make your way there. It looks like the guards have been able to maintain a little bit more order the further in you go. And the fires are starting to get put out. So things seem to be doing a little bit better as you get closer to the center of town. But the amount of devastation is just unlike anything you've ever seen, because all of these old, long-standing buildings have collapsed and are folded in on each other. There are crews out trying to heal people, trying to take care of all sorts of things. But yeah, it's a little bit of a difficult path to get there, but you eventually make your way. Probably within like 5 or 6 blocks before you start hearing more sounds of some kind of a clash going on.
How long would we have been in this particular city? Just
probably depending on when you decided to arrive, probably within like 4 days or a week or so.
4 or 5 days. We've been here a while.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just kind of, you were between jobs, you and Kisara and the folks, and you were meeting up with the two new folks from with Aldrin and Uldrig joining in. So yeah, you guys were just kind of taking some relaxed days.
Gotcha. Just for context, appreciate it. Hopefully we can find the source of all this garbage. I actually like that building over there.
I'd like to see the source, definitely.
Right. I
just feel like he's poking at Tarask. Here, let's poke and see what happens.
I'm really starting to wonder when we're going to get our money.
I believe we were way past the monetary investment situation.
Yep.
Alden's kind of just like skipping towards the place.
Skipping towards the death.
Alden,
dance with your buddies.
You just got to understand it. You got to embrace it, guys. Come on.
Embrace devastation? Not quite. I don't quite follow.
People become much more agreeable.
Congratulations, Real Cutie Pup, and thank you for joining us to Orange Mania. Thank you for joining Thread Raiders. Please join us on the Discord. We appreciate it. You guys can donate to make this fight more interesting, one way or the other.
Oh God.
Or share the link if you can't donate.
Or donate $100 and delete the boss.
I'm gonna Bob Ross mimic.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or a Bob Ross mind flayer.
No.
It's like I both want and don't want at the exact same time.
I've seen it once.
Just skipping along.
Terrifying.
Okay.
I don't know.
You guys are kind of having a quick conversation, trying to get a plan together, and you see one of the guards running towards you.
Oh no!
Where are you running from? Where are you running from?
Why are you running?
It looks like running. It looks like a person. It's not a person.
Oh no!
And it's just running. It is so like he is panicked.
Oh no!
Oh, great! Awesome.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You heard it. Nothing happens. You just hear him running and like super upset. He is in full panic. He cannot contain himself.
Gosh,
sounds good.
Are we about to turn into Bob Ross? I don't know.
Happy painting.
The joy.
Happy little accidents.
Well, this is looks like we're going the right way. Alden, I'm sure you're quite excited.
Very, 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 very.
Okay, so as you guys are
Such a great day, isn't it?
Oh my gosh.
As you don't have spatial awareness at all.
as you guys make your way further in, you see this creature holding one of the guards, literally by the neck. I mean, it is this giant, like, muscular build. Looks humanoid, but the skin is this pallid gray blue color, and it literally is just holding him aloft, and you're not sure what's going on. Just it is tearing this guard apart.
How many feet away are from this thingy are we?
Probably about 100 feet.
Okay.
It's like down one of the main roads.
Okay.
Essentially, like, you can see where the tower probably should have stood. It's not very far away from at this point. And you see some of the rubble kind of across the street.
Okay.
Do I know what it is?
Do you go ahead and make an Arcana check for me? 'Cause just
That
from,
is a 25.
okay.
Ooh.
Even from this distance, you notice there's something. This was probably once a living creature. It's not the kind of creature that you like. This is a revenant.
Oh.
This is not the kind of undead that you. This is the kind of undead that you're like, somebody messed with something they really should not have.
This is an abomination.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
And
I mean, who wants that?
And once you look a little bit closer, because you're looking at it very closely, it wasn't holding him up by the neck necessarily. It actually had put a fist through, and drops him and pulls out the guard's heart. Just makes it free.
So do we want to charge or do we want to sneak up?
Let's sneak. And he casts Pass Without Trace, and all this smoke comes out from him.
Oh, hell yeah. Shall we roll stealth then?
Yep, roll them stealths.
At disadvantage for me. Yay!
But plus 10.
But plus 10. Yeah.
But plus 10. Oh, God. That's so needed.
For me.
Yeah.
17.
I wrote a 3 and a 4. And it's a -1, so that would be a
12.
A 12.
Super.
Clink, 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 clink.
Gotta take your armor off.
Oh, I forgot. Oh, wow. My buddy's got a 17.
Okay. So what do we got totals? We got 17, 17, 17.
Dang.
12 for
Raproth, yeah.
What did you get? What did you get actually, Beleg?
15.
15, okay. And 26. Okay. That's one of the things I like about having the your captions on, is that I can see the numbers.
That's a good point.
That is a very good point. I didn't think about that. But before we keep moving, just like right before, like, I think that there's a possibility that he would see us.
Okay.
Essentially, I'll hold bless, and when I release it, I'm gonna use it on Syed, Kisara, and Uldrig.
Nice.
So you'll
We
have
can add a
that.
D4 to saves, right?
Saves
attack
and
rolls.
attack rolls.
Sweet.
Save your attack rolls.
Audio attack rolls.
Try to stay awake.
Yeah.
I keep nodding, and I'm like,
We're almost
nope.
there. We're almost there.
Yeah, I watched you. You were fading.
It's
I'm trying.
all good.
We're almost
We're
there.
doing
guys.
it. We're doing it for the water.
That's it. We're getting there. I was gonna say, Monk. What are you suggesting, Monk? Are we actually donating yet, or Monk, or are you
Oh,
just
gosh,
suggesting
Monk.
horrible things?
I think he's probably just suggesting horrible things.
Well, hold on.
Oh
What do we
no.
get?
Oh no.
Bob Ross mimic, here we go.
No, we didn't. Okay.
No,
No, that was definitely
Just
a,
encourage-
just teasing.
a group.
Just teasing.
Okay,
No, he would
so
never do that.
as you're approaching, all of you are able to get kind of around and to one side, but Belig, or Aldrin, I should say, although your undead creatures are able to kind of mask themselves in the shadows, you just don't. You just make just a tiny little bit of extra noise as some of the like components in your pouch as you're kind of like trying to prepare for what's going to happen, and you drop one and you see the glare of this thing as it turns, and it charges you.
I cast Bestow Curse.
Bestow curse.
Yep.
Okay. And we'll go ahead and we're gonna roll for initiative.
Yeah, I gotta. He's gotta be up, but me by then. I got a 13.
7.
Yes. Tree.
8.
We gonna fight some.
Okay. So 20 and up. Nobody? 15 to 20.
16.
16. Okay. 10 to 15. Nobody.
Oh, me, 13.
13.
Sorry.
Okay.
This is
We were not ready.
good.
5 to 10.
7.
8.
Okay. Okay.
Jeez, really? Oh
And-
my gosh.
Okay.
Don't mind me. I'll wait.
Doing what Ray Broth does best. Hanging out to the end and then killing everybody. Okay. It gets to go first. So it is actually going to. It is going to. Yeah, it's going to attack.
And for the record, I would have probably been in front. Just saying.
Yes. So you probably it is now kind of like catching the fact that there are others there, but it was so focused. It saw Belig or it saw Aldrin move, and just honed right into him. And I mean, this thing is just looking to slaughter at this point. It's hard to tell. It's just dead-eyed. You get that is a 27 to hit.
Ooh.
That hits.
Oh boy.
Okay. Mama.
Yeah, exactly.
That
Just
is
became a ragdoll.
13 points of bludgeoning, or no, 13 points of piercing damage. As you notice that it's not just punching with a fist. You notice that it has some kind of like a claw weapon attached to its arm and is reaching out and grabbing you with it. And it's going to make a second attack.
That yawn.
I know, it's
I'm
like super
sorry.
That was amazing.
22 to hit.
Losing
That hits.
control.
Guys,
That is another 10 points of slashing damage.
But he was the one skipping towards this. Like, I don't know how to feel about it.
Skip the other way, go back.
And
Nope, never mind.
while you're there, can Aldrin make a either a strength or dexterity check? So you can use acrobatics or athletics.
Add 3.
Okay. That would be a natural 20.
Yay!
Okay. You feel yourself. You feel something like tugging at your cloak, like trying to like grab at it, and you yank it away. You're not sure what's going on, but something was trying to grab your cloak from around you. Next, it is Kisara's turn.
All right. If I can, I'm gonna call lightning and
Okay.
try not to aim at my buddies.
Sure.
All right. That is gonna be a 17 to hit.
Hits.
All right. Just gonna get my D10s out. Oh, not bad, not bad. Okay. 18 damage.
Okay.
I'm just checking to see what type. 18 lightning damage. I'm a little slow right now. Sorry.
You're fine.
Round.
Lightning round, yeah. And then let's see, bonus action. What can I do? Yeah, that's all I can do for now.
Okay. Oh wait, hold on. Syad, I'm looking at the wrong initiative. I need to mark that out. Syad, you're up.
Okay. Does it seem to see me?
Not yet. You were very well hiding away. You doused your flame a little bit.
Let's see if I can get. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, his I was gonna say his flame went out like he.
Yep.
Just became kind of rock. But he's gonna sneak up behind it and then light up. And,
Okay. You're flanking with Aldrin now.
Stab him. That works. So that's a 26 to hit.
Hits.
Woo!
Now you're using the spear that you picked up, correct?
Yes.
Okay. As you go to kind of hit with it, you noticed two things. It is very sharp, and it is also the metal looks a little different to you, and this is actually an adamantine weapon. So let me double check that again.
Say I forget what that means.
It's nigh unbreakable.
No, man, I'm gonna break him. Come on.
It counts as magical for the purpose for whatever for all that.
Sweet.
But I'm just checking a couple other things.
Okay. Planning on attacking him. Just roll those. Okay. Still an advantage. Cool. Oh. Great.
Oh yeah, so if you're trying to break or sunder an object, as long as you hit, it counts as a crit. And let's see, it counts also as a +2 magical weapon.
Oh snap!
Yeah.
Okay. He didn't even know what he had, but he's like, he stabs the guy with it, and he's like, "Oh yeah."
Kool-Aid Man.
Oh yeah. So the lowest was a 17 to hit on 3 attacks.
Okay, yeah, all 3 hit.
All right. So that's gonna be. Go ahead.
Give me damage for individual hits though.
Okay. So that's +2. So 12.
12 for the first hit. I need you to make
again.
I need you to make it for the first hit. I need you to make a strength saving throw or athletics. I'm sorry, an opposed athletics.
Opposed athletics. Okay. That's natural 20.
Okay, that's good.
So that's a 27.
Nice.
Okay.
And then another. So second one is also 12.
Okay, roll an opposed athletics check.
Okay. That's a 19. So 26.
Okay. So you're pretty sure you're very, very, very strong, and this is very, very sharp and very fun to wield. However, on that stab as it goes in, you're like, this must have gone deeper than I thought because it is stuck, and you are unable to withdraw it. And your second attack you can spend trying to free it if you'd like to make another opposed strength check.
To roll a 20 to win. So let's see. Not so great. That one is a 14.
Okay. It is solidly stuck in there. For some reason, it almost feels like something is attempting to oppose your actual pull. And looking even closer, you notice that it looks like it's actually being sucked into the armor around this thing. It is very, very unnerving.
Good,
But
he
you
takes
did
the
land.
hits.
But you did land 2 solid hits.
Nice.
Okay. And so Aldrin, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna cast no curse on him.
Okay. And what does that do?
So I touch a creature. That creature must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw, or become cursed for the duration of the spell.
Okay. 18. Save.
Yeah, that saves.
Okay. He's got a decent wisdom.
Okay. Then my buddies are gonna come up and hit him.
Okay.
So that is a 17
Hits.
for 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
That is a 21
Nice.
Hits.
for 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
That is a 18
Hits.
for 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. All right. Yeah, he doesn't look happy about that. Ulrig, you're up.
If I use action surge, would I be able to attack 4 times?
Yes.
Then I will do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Burn it.
Do it. All the attacks.
Attack.
And
26?
and you're blessed, I think. I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, on you have to wait until Raybroth's turn because you were holding that for when the fighting ensued, right?
No, right, like right before.
Oh, right
Like-
before.
like-
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because the intent being before we wrote initiative, for that to go off.
Sure.
Should I roll first the attack rolls?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll,
Yep.
yep.
So 26
Yep.
was the first,
Ooh.
15
Wee.
second, 24 the third,
Ooh.
and 14 the last.
The 14 doesn't hit.
3. Nice.
And I want you to go ahead and give me the individual damages again.
First one, 13.
13. Okay. Go ahead and make a strength saving throw.
Oh no.
Or sorry, I keep saying saving throw. An athletics or acrobatics check.
Oh.
21.
Okay, you're good.
Second hit is 10 points of damage.
Okay, make another one.
15.
Okay, you're good.
And the last one, 12 points of damage.
Make another and one more save, or one more opposed.
22.
Okay.
That sigh was so heavy.
It is. I
Okay.
need bestow curse.
I know.
Okay. That's good. Kisara, you already went. Raybroth, you're up.
All right. I'm going to take out my great axe and I've seen things like you before. The wise man once told me, you don't even go here. And I swing.
Swing away.
Get him.
Oh, that's natural 20!
Nice.
And yeah, divine smite and swimming in it's a revenant, so
It's undead, so you 3d8, 3 additional d8.
yeah.
They are
Woo! Wait.
so they are the first one of each is maxed.
Right. Oh wait. Oh my god. The divine smite max 2?
All dice. The first
Oh my god.
first dice
Okay.
of each critical hit would be maxed. So
Okay.
Yep.
Got it. Wow. Okay, so off the jump, that's 44 damage without rolling anything.
yes.
Okay. Holy crap. Okay. So it's 44 plus.
I don't know. Holy hit.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh my god. Hold on. So wait, because I didn't add. Sorry, I'm freaking out now.
44 plus your strength.
Yeah, plus my the mod. Yeah. So that would have been 49 damage before I rolled anything.
Yep.
Then that is so then that's 59, and then what's Jesus Christ? Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that 70? That's 76 points of damage.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So as you all see, the platinum energy just exude out of the gray axe and just try to bisect this creature.
You channeled your anger.
The journey was about the friends we made along the way.
Yeah.
And I'll swing a second time.
Okay, go ahead.
I could make more.
No.
No.
More friends.
23 to hit.
Hits.
And I'm gonna burn my last spell slot and throw smite in that bad boy again.
Woo!
Oh, I need to reroll that, thankfully. Ooh, that's not great. Okay. So that is 11, 22. So that's a total of 27 points of damage.
Ooh, wait.
That's wow. Holy crap, that's a lot. So yeah, just
You did over 100 points of damage.
Dude.
You are fairly certain based on the solid hit that you get, like literally cracking through this thing's armor. You feel it go all the way through, but then as your hit like lands, the armor that is on this thing melts away, and all of a sudden, Syad, you feel your weapon come free, as whatever this thing was using as armor just melts into a puddle, and you're just like super confused. This is not normal like any kind of undead you've seen, and you are fairly certain that you probably did enough damage just in the first hit to melt this thing, but somehow it's still standing. But it is very, very, very injured. And it just looks at all of you, and it just kind of looks around at the group, and it is now its turn, and it is going to look at you and say, "This is just the vanguard. This was fun. I'll be back," and just takes off. Everybody would get an attack of op against it.
So he's like physically running away?
Yeah, physically he takes off.
Jeez.
You will answer for your crimes! Ah!
Okay.
My first zombie got a nat 20.
Natural 20 again!
What?
Okay.
This dice, I love this dice so much. It's so amazing. Okay. Fortunately, I don't have any more divine smite, but that's okay. So 12. Okay. So that's 17 plus 12. So that's 35 points of damage.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
17 plus 12. Is that right? Wait. No, that's not right.
it's
17 plus 12.
it's definitely good enough.
29.
So Aldrin, your three just snag it and basically are holding it in one on each arm and the other one holding its head back, like they did. They are about to rip this thing apart, and as they're doing that, you just see Raybroth go and slice and just shunk. It is just literally halved, right? But as it splits, the body turns to dust, and then you just see this light coalesce in the middle, and you hear this just sickening laughter as this mote of like pure energy just takes off, and it just goes, there are more,
Good.
and flies off into the distance.
Ugh.
I got 25 on my arc X going on.
There are lots of undead creatures that are literally
God.
falling on top of this city. The worst, of course, being the fact that the revenants, with all the corpses around here, it has plenty of potential new bodies to inhabit.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Revenants do not die.
No, they don't.
Nope.
Not without.
I think you just made an enemy, Rob.
Mhm.
Good.
That's also true, Raybroth. You make an Arcana check or religion if you would like. You can do either.
I'm not good at either of these things.
I think you just made an enemy for an eternity.
Yeah, that's
Give me the
it'd be-
Rakshasa of this campaign
Perfect.
right here.
Yeah, it would have been a 9 either way.
The look it gave you just was like as it saw the blade coming down to like split it in half was not wasn't what you expect. It unnerved you. You don't know why exactly, but it wasn't afraid. It wasn't worried. It wasn't like the look of something that was facing down your death smash, that you're used to. It looked excited, and just in that last moment, it like considered you very, very carefully. And Aldrin, you know that once you've significantly upset a revenant, nothing, literally nothing, can prevent it from being able to find you again.
Oh no!
And with that, we're gonna end the session.
Hey, don't worry, Rob Roth. When he kills you, I'll bring you back.
Brohamet remembers.
Yeah.
Do you
Holy
remember?
crap.
Bro,
Oh, boy.
You guys did great. That was fun.
I've had more character development in 2 sessions with Rob Roth than in like many characters I've ever played. Holy crap. Oh, that was crazy.
So good.
Wow, that was so much fun. Oh my god, you guys, that was crazy.
Thank you to everybody who was watching.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah,
guys.
thank you.
All 18 of you.
I want to make
that's
sure
a
we
lot.
have. I want to make sure we have a little bit of time for people to outro, but I do want to also give you guys the end credits to this. So you guys over the next couple of days are trying to gather what information you can, and just try to figure out what the heck is going on. But as far as you guys gather, there have been multiple attacks of a combination of undead, super evil creatures, something about some giant squid-faced thing with an afro. You're not sure what all attacked the city in this time, but one thing is common amongst it. Whatever these rocks were, they are nobody's able to really penetrate the core of the rocks themselves. However, each one cracked open upon its landing and released a creature. And there is rumor of a landing south of the peninsula, where a much larger piece of this rock landed, and you guys can still see far to the south a giant pillar of smoke that is probably, from your vantage point, what you know about the little bit of this topography, probably more than 100 miles south of you, and it still looks like this. I mean, most likely this looks like an entire forest fire taking place far to the south of in the southern ocean. So it must have made landfall on one of the southern islands and is still burning right now. And that is all you gather while trying to figure out whether or not you may come across another undead friend that you just made.
Bring it on, baby! Bring it on!
So, yeah.
I want to say that I spend my
Sean,
time trying.
yes, fart to the south.
Yep.
I spend my time trying to
farts.
convince Syad that undead are not that bad.
No, he doesn't really think they're bad. He just really enjoys hunting them because they usually get back up.
Yeah, mine do.
So, why don't you guys real quick? We've got a lot more people in now since everybody's awake. Before we completely get out of here, just let them know where you guys can be found and what you're up to. So we'll start again with Sean.
All right. Hi guys, I'm Sean. I'm known as at No Tweet Sean on Twitter. You can see me Obnox Sean on Discord. You'll find me in the Threadraider Discord, Chromatic Chimera Discord, So Many Games Discord. You see me lurking around. But I love streaming. I love DMing. I love raising money for charity. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming out here and helping us raise money for Flint, Michigan, and the families there who have not had water for years now, which is totally unacceptable. So we're just taking it in our own hands and helping them out. Thanks.
Cool. Jordan.
Hi. When I'm not usually sleepy, I'm at D&D Jordan Lee on Twitch and on Twitter. I can also be found in the Threadbreakers Discord, as well as Chatty Maddie's Discord as well. On Tuesday nights, you can find me and a few other Threadraiders here playing Geek Attack. We do that from 9:30 to 11:30. And I, like Sean, love helping different charity events, doing streamings, all of that. So you can usually find me wandering around someplace trying to help out where I can. Thank you so much for being here.
And Beleg.
My name's Ryan. I'm at Belegmoradin on Twitter and Twitch. You can find me in the Thread Raiders Discord, Maddie's Discord. Always willing to play for a good cause. Always willing to play, period. Other than that, not much.
All right.
Awesome.
And Lucha.
I'm the Lucha Bear, and you can find me with that name on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and different Discord servers.
And Duval.
Yo, first things first. Duval! So, had to get that out of the way. So, my name is Jacob, Duval King Jacob on Twitter and Instagram. You can find me there. I'm also in Maddie's Discord and the Thread Raiders Discord. Always ready to hop on and play a game of D&D, DMing, whatever. And I'll just kind of close that out by saying, Chet, phenomenal job, my dude.
Mm-hmm.
Why, thank you.
I'm
Chet.
Also, and Lucha, we finally got to play together. Yay!
Yes!
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh yeah, this was fun. My name's Chet. DM_Luke Thomas on Twitter and Luke Thomas just about everywhere else. I stream here on the channel. I paint miniatures on Monday nights, so come back Monday 9 p.m. And join in, talk, paint, ask questions, do whatever you do. Oh yeah, don't forget, I'm doing the 4 a.m. tomorrow as well. If you want to see the conclusion of the Unusual Rain series.
Oh no, I have to watch.
Come back tomorrow and see what happens. Tomorrow this time, same bat channel. And if you would like, you can also donate, and you can see some of the miniatures that I paint. I will happily share those on stream. I will be right back with you guys in just a minute. So if you are interested in seeing some minis in between sessions, I will be back in just a moment, and you can donate to take a look at some cool minis if you'd like. Thank you guys so much. This was a great game. You guys did a wonderful job. Thank you for running away. You gave me so many more monsters to hit you with. I appreciate it. That was a lot of fun. You guys did great.
Yeah, that's one of the craziest encounters I've ever been part of. That was awesome. So much fun.
All right. Well, you guys have a good morning. It is morning, as we are well aware.
Yay, the sun's out.
The sun is up, kind of. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and keep up. Let's keep donating, and we'll be right back with an update. All right.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye.